What you were doing? You trying to figure something out?
No.
And be roaming over here throughout the pod, bro. You gotta watch her, bro. Texting her boo and shit. I know how this go.
No, not really. I didn't know who was rolling.
We gonna finish up in an hour.
Oh,
Put
I
my
see what
plate
type
in
of
the
time you
oven.
want. That would be nice.
Put my plate in the oven.
Hey, I'm on the way.
Like an hour and 30.
375.
Do you mind the bath? I be knowing how this shit goes.
You run the water? No, you don't get them till like you already in the car. You want the water to be hot. Yeah, I don't know. Don't want no cold bath water. No, but I was talking about
Like, yeah, I gotta go ahead and make sure everything's situated. You feel me?
Oh, no, but I was really talking about some juice because I should have got some juice when I got these chips. And probably a little thing of Jack.
Well, welcome. How y'all doing?
Hey man, I'm good so far. Been one of them like low weeks, bro.
For real.
Yeah, bro.
No,
like,
I'm
like,
agreeing with you, like for real.
I'm like, bro, back to back to back. I'm like, hold on.
Matter of fact,
In the
let's
threes.
start off like this. Well,
Yep.
y'all do y'all introduction.
No, we gonna start off just like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here with it.
Wakanda forever.
I'm here with it.
But see, he ain't.
Yeah.
My man ain't even the only one, man. We got John Thompson.
John
Thompson.
Coach John Thompson. Who else just passed?
Cliff Robinson.
Cliff, Uncle Cliff.
Uncle
You know
Cliff.
what I'm saying? I had a
Lou
cousin
Olsen.
just passed for breast cancer a couple days ago, so
Man, rest in peace,
her
to
too.
cuz.
You know what I mean? But
Lou Olsen.
My
Lou
condolences.
Olsen,
The NBA took a hit, bro. Like,
hey man, we taking hits.
Yeah,
we
like we.
taking hits, for real.
This shit crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, man.
They killing this, we killing this, cancer killing this. It ain't safe out here, bro.
All right. Yeah.
You really got a shelter in place nowadays.
What?
Shit.
Be at the crib.
It ain't safe nowhere.
Ain't lying. I'm talking about, bro. It was so the Chadwick Boseman thing was like. I forgot what I was doing, but I was like, yo, all right, cool. I'm about to go and hit the shower real quick, so I won't be like trying to hit the shower super late. I get out the shower, you know how I'm checking the phone. I'm like, what? CNN. So I know it's true. Like,
Right.
Like
It's a
CNN, they
credible
come with
source.
no bogus.
Right.
Not like that. Not that headline. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I seen that shit in about. I was in the car and I was like, excuse me?
Exactly.
Like, I had to, like, Google it for a second. Like, this
Man,
This
that shit
ain't
so
life.
crazy, man. Ain't better than in silence, man.
yeah.
It put a lot of respect on people's name. Like, of course, his loved ones knew. You know what I'm saying? Family knew, but the battle that and to know that he was still legit working through
The
all
fact that nobody knew is what blows my mind
Yeah.
every time. No, he was actively working. It wasn't like he was not doing shit. Like he
Right.
did the movie and then decided not to do anything. He was actively working,
Right.
showing up to shit, going to see kids with cancer, and to know he was doing all of that and still having his own fight. That's just
That's major.
that's
man.
another level of like integrity and
Right.
strength that I don't know.
Did he do the chemo? I mean, cause he ain't lose his hair. Huh? Don't you lose hair when you do the chemo?
Some people do.
Oh,
I mean,
everybody.
it depends on the patient, but the majority of people definitely lose weight. Like that's like
Yeah, it's kind of a
So,
telltale.
do y'all think he was doing chemo while he was filming?
I mean, according to reports, he was.
He was.
Yeah, they say he was diagnosed in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
He
How
started.
you keep that silent?
Well, I mean, that's patient.
I'm saying from the world, he's a star. He ain't like he's a regular Joe Blow.
But that's the thing.
All right, so when you're in a, I mean, for one, it's against like it's called HIPAA violation. Like, so doctors, nurses, they can't talk about it or they can get sued for like malpractice and like lose their license. It's similar to like a lawyer telling people about your case type thing. Like they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it falls up under that same type of guideline. But as far as him getting chemotherapy and all of that, I would assume at a certain tax bracket, bro, that stuff can get handled in home. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it ain't like.
Because I was thinking that same thing. How could you be on set? Because it's not like you're at these sets for like a month at a time. You're here for like months.
Yeah, you're right.
Years at a time even. So for him to be continuously working for the last 4 years of his life and nobody knew. Even to the point that like for a moment everybody was talking about his weight loss. Like, you know, y'all, he tired of saying Wakanda, you know, making little jokes about it and shit. But it's like he was out here real deal. Fighting for his life, and nobody knew.
I saw a picture.
Man, when Spike Lee said he didn't know, I was like,
and that was like one of the last
tough.
movies he did, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
I seen it. Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
he's not in it a lot though.
He's not. I mean, now that you think about it, and that's the last. Well, I think he filmed one other movie that haven't came out yet, but Five Bloods is the last thing that was film that we were able to see so far. Mm-hmm. And you're right, he went in a lot of scenes. They actually made the movie flashback, and
so he probably did those first.
I mean, he could have easily shot that. I mean, I'll put it like this: I don't know how long he shot, but if he said that, I did that movie in like a week and a half, it's believable because it was very minimum scenes. You know what I'm saying? He was more so.
Well, he didn't have to really be there.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot going on there. So. Yeah, it's amazing, man. It really put a new respect on. I mean, of course, it put a new respect on life, but it just make you kind of appreciate things a little bit more. Like this dude, 4 years, no complaining, to at least publicly. That's big, bro.
Yeah.
Cause that ain't no.
And then, and it's not to say that when people go through those things that they showcase it for empathy, but the fact that he kind of took the bullet, bit it, and was like, fuck it, this is if I can comprehend this correctly on the terms of I don't want to be remembered for my illness. I don't want people to go, oh, he has this, so he did that. It was like you had no idea, and he came through and pushed through and persevered through all that shit, and then went out.
Yeah. And to the point, like, he had a hell of a career. Like, he had powerful roles and then all his movies. I didn't realize that until, you feel me, after the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
For him to play Jackie Robinson.
He had some huge. He had huge roles. That was the one I really want to look at. James. He had some really huge roles.
And this had nothing to do with his performance, but I ain't like the Thurgood Marshall movie because
I haven't seen it. I
ain't seen it either.
He did a hell of a job, but Thurgood Marshall did so much and they rushed it, kind of like how they did Tupac.
You know what I'm saying?
But
21 Bridges was garbage too.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not following up with that sentiment, but alright.
Hey man, welcome to the No Buffer Podcast, bro. Like, I'm your host, last name good.
No, we ain't gonna have no sponsorships.
And to my right, I got the lovely
Cheyenne XO, and to my right, I got the Vibrant.
I'm a sip for it.
And then he way over there, but I feel your energy 2 planets away.
I feel like, bro, you gotta start like
That's her playlist. She using lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't checked the playlist out yet?
Yeah. Oh, you
ain't checked the playlist out yet?
I gotta go straight through it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say sidebar. I'm gonna let you get your shit off, King. Go ahead. I ain't gonna be that disrespectful. Go off, King. No, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
I was taking it in, Queen.
I understand.
That ain't even no
look at me
pause. You
like
were talking to her. I know, right?
Stepping all over niggas' toes, bro. Nigga get some braids and god damn, bro. Like,
Not the braids.
cute ass nigga, bro. He want his props. You gonna give me my flowers? That way he like 2 Chainz.
Hey yo.
It's straight ahead of me. It's straight ahead of me.
Right.
Nah, bro, I don't like how you try to step on my big toe shit then.
My big toe.
You try to step on my toe, bro. Let me take that in, bro.
You said
Can I
I
get
hear
some
you.
compliments?
Can I have your cornbread?
Light skin, dark skin shit going on in this bitch.
Oh my
I
god.
get a good introduction.
I'm not finna give you that one.
And that's why I said, can Cheyenne give you my
That's what I'm saying. You
Cute
hate it, bro.
Cheyenne.
Y'all crazy.
My man still asleep.
You
Go
could.
ahead, take another shot, bro.
Oh. Oh.
Yo, he brought his own liquor today.
Facts.
You see what type of time you
This is sorry, bro. I feel you.
Brought his own
The
liquor.
personal joint too.
He was like,
And my nigga said, no, I'm here at the pod. I don't know what y'all doing, but
What time I'm on, bro?
I'm podding today.
Loosen up, my nigga.
What time?
He just woke up, bro. He might be grumpy when he wake up.
Sorry.
Damn. 6 to 10, right? Drake.
Oh.
Man, my boy Drake, Amari, everybody, man.
Loosen up, my guy.
Loosen up, my guy. Loosen your tie.
I feel like how you stepped on my toe, that's all.
Cheyenne, next time you got to massage him or something.
Copy.
He a little tight today.
Y'all,
Hard day at work. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about
I
it.
don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
therapy at the No Buffer podcast.
Listen, no buffer therapy.
Oh man,
We gonna
y'all
give you what
crazy.
you want when you want no buffer, just facts.
Bro, he tried to jump in there, bro. Like, don't jump in, bro.
I didn't know.
Oh,
I just said bars. Didn't I just say bars?
nah, before that. Damn, could I get? Nah, bro. No.
Bars.
Producer Black straight ahead of me, bro.
So now he gonna introduce you.
Hit him with my nigga Producer Black.
Yeah, and then he gonna come with, yeah, you know.
Y'all crazy.
But I did want to say that I appreciate people that do listen to the playlist straight through, because it is a very slightly tedious task to go through 2.5 hours of music and put them in a rhythm and flow. So if you listen to it straight through, I appreciate it. And if you don't, it's still good, because I do it sometimes too.
Still vibes.
But, yeah.
Vibes.
Word.
Facts.
How was y'all weekend, man?
It's cool, man. It's cool. Just I was happy, you know, basketball came back. I was trying to enjoy no athleticism.
Come on,
He
fam.
still ain't even noticed that they there.
No.
He has no earthly clue.
You gotta chill.
Huh? But yeah, I feel you. But go ahead though.
What you do this weekend? That's what they
Oh.
asked you.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all got some this track.
Chilling, bro. I was chilling for the most part. Bro, that right there look just like a scene out of some type of movie, bro. I don't know what movie it is. I ain't gonna call my dog out.
My nigga hilarious.
And then slid it back.
But what I was about to say, I chill for the most part, bro. Like my folks came up today, so you know we hit the grill with it. Pop said he wanted.
I seen your little zucchini and salmon.
Hey, it wasn't that little about that, man. That was bit ball.
I'm only saying it because I'm hating.
Oh, you
I was like,
put some
oh.
salmon on the grill today?
You know, a little salmon.
It was like 3
little,
fillets too.
The garden salad.
Yeah,
that
you
was
seen it?
that was yesterday.
With his
you know.
homegrown tomatoes
You know,
and
that was
whatnot.
yesterday doing the real life farm to
You ain't
table.
bring no salmon up here, bro?
I didn't, bro. But you know, had a little salmon. You know, kebab action. Nothing too, you know, it was light.
Nothing too light.
You know, it wasn't nothing too crazy. I made some blueberry and lemon ice cream.
That sounds refreshing as fuck.
The look up.
He did. He was
Hey.
looking at both of us like, yeah, I did that.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. My favorite ice cream place in the city is Jenny's.
Oh, the one over here,
On
Marietta?
Krog Street. It's one
Oh,
on
the
Krog Street. I know what you're
fam,
talking
they
about.
got this carrot cake
They
joint.
got all kind of flavors.
I don't even much like carrot cake, but that
But
shit.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh, you beating them?
I might have
You
to
busting
open
out the
up
scene?
Justin's.
Ooh. Jenny's versus that's the real versus. Jenny versus Justice.
Justice.
That's sick.
Yeah, the ice cream official.
That's a sick battle.
Hey, so I had let my wife taste some, and she was trying to downplay it for a second. Then it hit her right here. She was like, "Yeah, this might be the best one you ever made."
The best batch.
Then I gave my mom some. My mom was like, "So you really made this? I was like,
there's no
yeah.
preservatives, all natural.
She was like, "Oh, word, this pretty good right here. I might have to try to make some when I get home." I was like,
it ain't gonna have the signature.
People.
I mean, that's what we here to do.
You know how we talk about your grandma having the mac and cheese? You gonna have the ice cream.
Grandma gave me the recipe for the mac and cheese.
Now you gonna have the ice cream. They gonna be like, it's good, but it ain't like Justin's ice cream.
I like that.
That's gonna hit different too, cause it's ice cream.
Yeah. Everybody ain't doing that. Like the mac and cheese, you can.
Yeah,
you
can, but nah.
know, the
like,
ice cream, that effort. Because people think it take a lot when it don't. But that was my weekend in a nutshell, bro. I didn't really do too much. Just kind of chill, laid back. Looking forward to a little vacation plan coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Spend some time. Got the anniversary coming up and my wife's birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday. Happy
you know what I'm saying?
anniversary.
We might, head out a
Skirt.
little bit. Yeah. But
I feel you.
What you do, Shane?
My shit was straight. Went to some breweries. Got a little. Tasted some new beer. So that was cool.
What you had?
It was some IPAs that I had. It wasn't bad though. A little fruity. I usually go for the stout sometimes, but I try to reserve that for the end of the night, like a little dessert beer, if that makes sense, if you will. But yeah, my IPAs was straight. So it was cool. Had that, played some games. It was cool. Kicking it, chilling.
You was on a date?
Be careful.
That
oh yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
that's always the giveaway, right?
I'm gonna tell you what that means. She met somebody there.
No, I wasn't on a date. I was with people I'm very familiar with.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a date.
Okay, I know exactly what
It
that
was
means.
the fam. It was the fam.
Yeah, it was the fam. Y'all were just chilling here, everything.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I respect it. What about you, Lingo?
I ain't do shit.
You mad? He was like, "Why you didn't call me?"
Nigga tired.
He was like, "I drink beer. I like stouts. I like different flavors. I want to try something for dessert too." I feel you, bro. Could have made well. No.
Blake, what you get into?
Can I speak, bro? You done, bro?
So I went to a pool party yesterday.
Oh, the pot thickens.
Oh, you was out here.
Yeah, that shit was lit too. Hey, bro, it was a monsoon yesterday, bro, for like an
Yeah,
hour and a
it
half,
coming
bro.
And we start.
Last week, it's been
It been raining like every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Well, yesterday, bro. I had to have my hazards on yesterday, bro. It was crazy yesterday, bro. It was crazy yesterday, bro.
It
I almost
was
turned
raining
around
heavy.
twice.
Yeah, that was that
I
type of
almost
rain.
went back home. I almost went back home twice.
Oh, so you were headed to the party when it was raining?
What?
You a brave
were
soul.
dedicated.
Yes.
I would have thought that would have been my excuse.
That would have been like,
it's
nah,
all- yeah.
I'm in the house.
I already halfway there when it like.
Oh, so you might as well just
It
go
was
ahead
an
and finish
indoor
it
pool
out.
party?
I'm talking good.
But you just, all right.
Was it an indoor pool party?
My nigga shut me out
I'm nervous.
whole time.
We had to take it inside for like an hour and a half. Then it's back to the pool.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Inside, y'all were there drinking, parlaying, whoop whoop. Then y'all went
Jamaican
back.
foods, catered Jamaican food.
Oh,
yeah.
catered.
That shit
You know
was
who
good,
catered?
too. Huh?
You know who catered?
I don't know who catered. Let that be
Was
the
it good
last
though?
question.
No, was it good though?
He said, "Let that be the last question."
What was it good? You know what? I don't have time for this.
Hey, bro. No disrespect. You lacking today, bro.
Why you said that?
You missing some wrist wear. I ain't used to seeing you without no wrist wear, bro.
It been a rough 2 days, bro. It's all good, bro.
No, man. We need to talk off camera, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, we gotta talk, bro.
You gotta check on your strong friend.
Yeah, check on the strong friend, bro. I know he came in here with the crown. I ain't never seen him drink no crown. Okay.
And Ain't no ice, no juice.
Okay, it's all
One of the
good,
most
bro.
smoking niggas in the crew.
Facts.
And shit,
Facts.
in the day,
Oh
like,
yeah, I want this on.
It's cool.
I mean,
bro.
it's
think you
cool.
need
Don't
that.
worry about it.
That's
Yeah,
you.
like it's cool.
you need that, bro.
Yeah,
I already know how you feel about me right now, so it's cool.
You need that,
I
bro.
wasn't talking to you.
Oh, we got nobody for beef. Like, what's up? You wanna go fight? I'll throw hands.
Ain't no dog for you, and I'm done talking to you.
The fuck? You're not gonna dismiss me like that. That's what we not finna do.
Uh-oh. Spicy.
You see why I wanted to get them? He don't deserve it, Queen.
He don't deserve it.
Hey, that's how I need to come
That's some
Facts. This is, I was gonna say those are facts.
for real,
Yeah.
bro. Like the Marvin's room.
Right.
He don't deserve.
I'm just saying you would do better. He
Oh,
don't,
Marvin's room.
he don't deserve the way you talk to him. You uplift him and he shit on you. Yeah. Yeah. Like how many adventures this nigga had?
I'm just saying you could do better.
I'm just saying.
He don't deserve you.
Listen.
But nah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds
Did y'all
good.
lights go out yesterday?
Bro, where I stay at, bro, like anytime it just like anything happen, it go like I mean, I'm around too many trees, bro. I swear like a pole fall like
Shit be over.
every
with.
other storm, bro.
When, bro,
Your
when,
lights went out black. Man,
But
my-
that's from the hurricane and stuff, I think, finally making it well.
Oh,
no,
that's
bro.
how I
I know I had
forgot
to
that
walk up
happened.
8 flight of steps yesterday. I was hot.
Dark.
What? With a flashlight. I'm drunk. I'm tired, bro. I got to the top, bro. I sat on the ground for a minute, bro.
he said I need a
That
break.
one-
I said, damn, I need to work out. Like this it. This it.
Hey,
This the one.
This it.
Those stairs to do it. Those stairs let you tell you
8
the
flights.
truth,
See,
bro.
I ain't know my spot had like 2 to a floor.
Oh,
So that's some bullshit.
It got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other
Yeah.
up.
I'm at the top.
so they got an elevator normally. You use
Yeah.
on the elevator. Yeah, I got you.
Listen, talking about a nigga tired, bro.
Yeah. No, those stairs will do it, bro. For real.
Yeah, bro, it was pitch black, bro. It was pitch black in the garage. I said, damn, like, you gotta have this flashlight on. It be shit flying down there, bro. We had a hawk in there the other day.
That sounds some privilege shit going on. A
I
hawk.
didn't want to say it. You know, don't hawks
Nah,
only
it's a
be
whole
in certain
hawk.
parts
A
of the
hawk?
city.
You know, that ain't nothing but nature.
In the
Ain't nothing but
garage
nature.
though.
In the garage.
Bro, nigga finally got on the floor, bro. I'm talking about that shit was like,
Looked around like, yeah, I'm right here.
yeah, bro.
I'm right here with it.
Straight off of
Nigga say I need a
Horfield. That
minute.
what it looked like.
I need a minute.
No, them
Be
stairs,
right.
bro.
Stairs ain't
will
no
mess
joke.
you up, especially when you ain't expecting to hit them stairs. Like
I wasn't, bro. I was
Yeah,
here
it's
drunk,
different.
bro. I was breathing extra heavy, bro.
Joe said he was drunk too. I already know that was a long flight. That what made it worse
Extra
though.
heavy, bro. I was breathing extra heavy,
Yeah.
bro. I had to
'Cause-
sit
'cause
down like, fuck. Like,
The
hold on.
the conception about steps is you think you can really like you be like, all right, it's a little light. Little
I
light,
jogged
little
the
light
first
walk.
two-
Yeah.
The first 2 floors.
Nigga,
bro,
you
I
run out
jogged
of
the first
breath, it's
Yeah, hold
over
on.
with. You gotta catch
Then you
yourself.
start hitting that long, you know, take the long stride, like,
You start breathing in heavy.
fuck. What?
It's
Start
over
hitting
with.
that rest on the
On
on
that
the
handrail.
rail.
Mm-hmm.
You hit that rail and that rail hit you like right here. Get
Oh, it's
all
over
this
with.
in there.
Oh yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that used to be around.
It's,
Slow,
it's,
you
it's
know.
a difference between being slim and being in shape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
that-
being slim ain't got shit about being in shape. That
I
shit
don't
different.
seen it.
But yeah, that would have climaxed my weekend. Black, what you do?
It was a pretty chill weekend for me, productive weekend. Got some work done and shit.
Word.
So I was chilling.
Word. A man might be the hardest man in working being in show business, man.
Come on, you ain't got to dress it up for me, bro. I still feel the time.
See, hey, look, nigga,
He was trying to offer.
nigga was just angry.
I appreciate
Now
you, bro.
nigga come with the
You were trying to offer the peace
company,
offering.
yeah,
right?
olive
It
branch.
don't work like that, bro.
Oh.
You gotta get the energy back for a minute.
Oh,
Man, so I'm let you sit on this
and look,
shit.
and that would nigga hit you with. Who you getting loud with?
Right.
Nigga really start feeling some type of way.
Right. Let me shit on you real quick.
That's how it start right there, boy. That thing, you know.
Hey, let's talk about the Joe Budden podcast. The last.
we
episode.
get
Oh,
into
for sure.
What y'all thoughts?
When he was going back and Charlamagne?
Nah, I ain't hit that.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. You got to listen to the next one.
It be 3 hours, bro. That's a long time.
I'll be down
That
with
really
it.
my first ever Joe Budden the podcast.
Oh, but
Oh,
see,
really?
that's the thing.
Oh, okay,
Going
yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get into
That was
it.
my
Oh
first
yeah.
one.
So I started listening to the last one. Haven't finished
the
it.
Spotify one.
No, I know that one, but I haven't listened to the last
Y'all
one
can
to
feel
see
me
what
in
Charlamagne
on
was
the
saying.
last one too, but I'm speaking on about the Spotify.
Yeah, facts.
But y'all
Man,
can feel me
I mean, shit. I mean, it sounds crazy because it's somebody coming from the world of podcasting saying the way that this shit's fucked up. But in reality, it still sounds like fucked up business. Sounds like some music artist shit. They underpay you for your worth. Now you got to figure this shit out. You thought the deal you took was cool and was good. It worked out for the time being. And now you got to seek ventures elsewhere. It sounds like the plot and climax and story and summary of it all is the same as far as the music industry from what I took it. It's just new because it's dealing with podcasting. Nobody knows or nobody knows how this podcasting thing is going to work. It's the first of its kind that actually blew up. It's the first podcast I've honestly heard that's been on tour and doing shows and selling out shows religiously. So it's a lot. It's a lot I know that's intertwined in that. But listening to that, it still gives me that music industry vibe where it's like, yeah, you got a deal. It sounds cool. You still gonna get fucked over. And the moral of the story is build your own and be your own. And that's what I took of it. The actual gems and shit you gotta listen to kind of get the gist of what he's saying. But the little details about like them not being able to go on vacation, them niggas offering them used watches is fucking insane to me. The fact that they didn't get a raise after being a year, the number one podcast for an entire year straight is nuts to me. Like, so those little details mean a lot, especially if you're looking at the stats of things, because that's all awards and raises and things go by its stats. But it just sounds like another industry fuck, just on a different level because it's a podcast and this is new to everybody, and that's just what it sounds like.
Yeah, I listened to it and I'm with everything for the most part what Joe was saying. Like, honestly, it's a new business, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you walk in as a new business, the thing that I think the reason why Joe was so heated is because he was Spotify's guinea pig, is really all it boiled down to. We brought you in to try something that we were not doing. It worked. And now we started getting other people in on this. And now when it's time to re-up, because the deals that we've done, and this is kind of like blending in with the Charlamagne situation. Spotify basically started doing deals where they was like, oh, this Joe Budden stuff worked. Let me start signing networks. So like they went and got Gimlet. They went in and partnered with like Anchor and these other companies. And so what that did was like Gimlet would be the equivalent to LiveHipHopDaily in a sense. They bought a network that already had podcasts in rotation. And so the reason why they got a huge bag is because they is a network that already got shows. So all we doing is just adding that to Spotify or whatever. But Joe's thing is saying like, well, if I don't come here and do this deal from the get-go, none of this stuff happens because I basically showed y'all I built the foundation for it. And so I get it. I think the only part that hurts Joe is because how, you know, he's equivalent to Dame Dash. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He's just said shit and
I
don't think he realizes, even though he goes and backtracks a lot, I don't think he realizes the weight of what he says.
I agree with what you were saying. Like, he was the guinea pig.
Yeah.
But I feel like going into this next negotiation, he had that leverage. But he was shitting on it. He talking shit about him so much. It's just like, they like.
But I mean, to be honest, I don't think he did. Because I feel like for him, the way he was wording it was on some like, you really not seeing my value. Whatever the M's were.
Oh, they see the value.
No.
They just ain't gonna pay it.
Exactly. and I think for him, that was his biggest play. It's just like, I'm not here for this. Like, I done gave y'all X, Y, and Z. You're not gonna tell me that just based off. It's not, because honestly, it's not just the strength. Well, it is just the strength of his podcast, but it's the other avenues and the other doors that he's opened because of that. Because if I don't know if y'all listen to it.
I listen to it.
For the listeners, he mentioned the Amy Schumer deal. Him and Amy Schumer were coming out at the same time. So you take him and Amy Schumer and look at the numbers that they've done, and then you come to me a year later with no raise. No, you half-ass give me a raise with used Rolex watches and vacations that I can't even take. And now we're coming up at the end of our deal, and I'm pretty sure they didn't give him what he thought it was worth at all.
Oh no. 7
But
figures.
what? But
So it was gonna be like, you know.
but to
probably
what
10,
extent?
20
When you
million.
start divvying that up,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with Joe on the ownership shit and all that, but it's still another side to that story.
Oh yeah.
of course.
What
It's
you
like-
think the other side is?
Well, Spotify's side. We don't know what was
No,
in
I'm
that
saying-
contract. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, we don't know what incentives was involved. Like, at the end of the day, you working for a company. Like, it don't matter if I go work for Apple. It don't matter how far up the ranks I get. I'm never gonna get what's dude named Tim Cook and Steve Jobs. I'm not gonna get what they get. You feel me?
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just
because
like, shit.
you're dealing with.
You still dealing with a company at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Exactly. And that's what it's at the end of the day. You just gotta run your own shit.
Right.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
make
think.
your own rules.
I think that was kind of the for him at least the more. Yeah.
But
No,
I
me
respect-
too.
I respect Joe for upholding his end of the deal.
Yeah, because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, they did. This is the part that I think a lot of people miss. He signed a 2-year deal, right? When signing a 2-year deal, after that you negotiate. So when you negotiate, then it's like either you like my negotiation or you don't. And I think I think the thing that was not messed up, but the biggest issue is that Joe realized I'm not doing the deal, and then it was just like, you know what? He almost made it. He made it in a sense to where it feels like he probably won't be able to do business with Spotify again. That's the thing that he almost like burnt the bridge there. I would say that's probably the only thing that I would have did
On his
differently.
damn dash shit. But he does that often. You can tell
Yeah,
he does
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He does that with art. I mean, if you listen to his podcast, he does it often.
Yeah.
With artists, with situations, he feels like I don't know if that's just him being very hot headed and in the moment, and then he'll go back and reflect and be like, all right, I kind of fucked up. But yeah, it did. I mean, to that point,
He's a
it did sound
passionate
like at
speaker,
the
man.
end of it, like you kind of
He just a
severed. You know what I
passionate
mean?
I think his real beef is that they don't want to pay the black people. They paid white people all this money. And another thing that to me, where he got it fucked up is that the people that they gave the money to had whole networks.
Yeah, that was say.
Yeah.
Even with the what was it, Rogan?
Yeah, Rogan.
I feel like, but I felt where he was coming from. Where
You said Seth Rogen?
No,
with
Joe Rogan.
Joe
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan.
I feel where he was coming from with, like, Joe Rogan is down there like one of the top.
That's the
podcasts.
top. Like, that's the
standard.
top, yeah.
And it's like,
The black version of Joe Rogan.
but I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
with the number, like, they capped him out basically. They already put it like, you're not.
So
gonna get-
whatever he getting,
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
he
get less
under
than him.
Joe Rogan, like, and
Yeah.
I feel where he was coming from with that.
But so to that point, do y'all feel like they should cap off of the highest person in podcasting period, or do you think they should definitely look at demographics and go
I think-
kind of like Black Twitter? Like we know Twitter is some shit, but we know Black Twitter is kind of like where it's at. We know that's where Twitter gets their
Can I
their
ask you
shit
this? How do
from.
you get on Black Twitter? Just follow the hashtag or something?
It's just so people, you follow black people. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
that's all
follow.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if when they
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just something.
but I
that-
mean, yeah, it's just a thing. But I mean,
why would any black people was-
yeah, I mean to the extent of the way that Black Twitter perpetuates like culture and trends and memes and like the way that entire avenue kind of sets the tone for Twitter in general, because there's shit in quote unquote Black Twitter that Twitter don't even be fucking knowing about sometimes until it's explained. So it's kind of like, how do we set the tone for black markets in such a you said where?
ownership.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I think it's definitely ownership. But like to answer your,
How much did Joe Rogan get?
it was like the number is not out there. It's like speculated 100 million. Was like, but that's. But I mean, and the thing that people also forgetting about the Joe Rogan deal, it's a licensing deal, meaning that Joe Rogan.
He don't own none of that.
No, Joe Rogan owns it. Spotify don't own it. They're just licensing his
To
content.
use it, right.
They're licensing to use it, and so it's a huge deal. I think if Joe Rogan is the top, and let's just say hypothetical, because I don't know the number, but if Joe Rogan was getting 100, I think Joe was probably looking for like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was looking. I think he was looking for 30 to 50. That's what I mean. That's what I personally think. I don't know that. I don't have any information to go off of that. But I think he was looking for 30 to 50, and they probably offered him somewhere between 5 and 10.
Well, I was only saying to use it because then he mentioned stuff about like when they record and what Ian does and what Parks does. Yeah. Like everybody has their own separate entity, but they still have the license to you. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I think that's when they was coming to give them the big bag when they wanted to own.
They want, yeah, and that was the thing.
Right.
He basically he said that part. He was like they were gonna give them the big bag, but the big bag meant that anything that you do, Lingo, I want a piece of it. Anything you do, like that playlist you doing right now, say that would have turned to a Spotify playlist. You couldn't do that on Tidal.
And they mentioned Rap Caviar.
Yeah.
They mentioned that part of it. And I was just like, damn, like who would have thought? But it goes back again to like knowing the value of what you create and the ownership of it. Like I need to have ownership of the shit that I create. I can put it on this platform, but I want to have 100% control of it. And I think that was, from what I heard at least, that was the issue of the entire deal, was that nobody was going to have any ownership to what they were doing. It was going to be going through Spotify and then to them, not
everything.
They weren't going to be making the decisions on anything. And that's huge because if anybody listens to it, they always talk about what they can and can't talk about. Yeah. They stray away from topics that, to be honest, I niggerly want to hear. And it's like that shit sucks because now they kind of filtered through this, system of Spotify that their listeners are kind of missing out on.
At the end of the day, man, when you're dealing with corporate, you gotta play by corporate rules.
Yeah, like they said, like so, they're numbers people. They don't give a fuck about how people feel, and that's the difference between your corporate people, your executives, and creatives. Like we go off energy and how we feel, and even though shit's fucked up, we can still X, Y, and Z, and they don't do that. They go off numbers and money, and that's it.
They gonna be all right though.
I definitely.
Yeah.
Like they actually they pioneers of this
of the deal
of the deal of podcast.
Of the deal.
Of getting the big bag for this shit. Like they the pioneers of it.
I even just meaning the tour. I've never seen a podcast sell out. I mean, even the 85 South show. Like I know that I feel like they slowly turn into a podcast.
The read is
originally huge. Like they're a show, but to watch a podcast sit on a couch for 2.5, 3 hours, or at least 2 hours for a show, and keep that same momentum in different cities for at least the last 2 years of time, that's huge.
Yep.
That's huge as fuck.
No, I think they're gonna be all right, man. Honestly, I think that this situation actually helps them out more because you got to think they were exclusively on Spotify. And I'll be fair, I used to listen to them on SoundCloud, and I had to go when they went to Spotify. I went to Spotify too. You know what I'm saying? So
can I get a cup?
Yeah. Can you give me 1, 2, 8, please?
Can I get a cup, please? Yeah.
Thank you. And so I think that they're in a unique space now where they're going to, after these episodes are done with Spotify, they're going to go everywhere, meaning that they're going to eventually hit more people because you're across all platforms as opposed to just being in one space.
And even as passionate as he was, I don't think he said anything wrong to the degree of, he probably burnt a Spotify bridge, so be it. Yeah. Like, I feel like at that point, because he really bit his tongue for it to be 6 episodes left.
I don't really feel like he bit it, because he even said like he would still want to do business with him. I just think his delivery, the way he delivered,
but that's what
and those people don't understand that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
And that's
like,
the thing. He talking to black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for that part, I mean, there could have been some discourse, but I feel like even to the fact that Ian told him like uphold your contract. He called him was like uphold, like that's huge. Cause a nigga like me, he did. He bought them the bag, and he wasn't being selfish because he knew he had Rory, Maul, Savon, like all these people underneath him that I feel like he owed it to them to uphold his end of the deal and talk to them and then see it through and then plan the next move. And from the sounds of it, like, it's not like they were kept in the dark. Everybody was in accord. It's just he's the head honcho of that entity. Yeah. So it made, sense for him to be there and in all these meetings and to be that spokesperson. But I fuck with them. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, shout
on
out
the
to
No
them.
Buffer podcast. They deserve every bag they've ever gotten and are gonna get. That's an incredible feat, especially in this, to be 2 years into a major deal, but have been holding up that podcast for the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. That's huge.
The one thing he said that really stuck out to me was that it was something about a stream. A stream, 1,500 streams is worth an album.
Wow. Yeah, because they have.
I'm doing 3 hours.
Yeah.
2 times a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And to the point of, again, I don't know who listens to it, but that was, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was at least a year ago when he talked about what is a stream worth. They always constantly talk about. Yo.
Can I have something?
You pour first.
Okay.
I don't like the way he just looked at me like that.
He looked at you like.
Bro, my nigga rolled his eyes at me, dog. I have never.
I didn't want a little taste.
I just want a little sip. Is that okay?
Okay, cool.
Cheese and rice. But to the point of, he always talks about what is the stream worth. How do you even calculate that? Who determines what that value is?
The niggas trying to pay you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean that's
Yeah.
it.
But long story short, of if you listen to his previous podcast, this isn't necessarily new. Just the details are a little fucked up. I just couldn't believe they wouldn't get this nigga vacation. Like, that shit's intense. But
Man,
dog,
I can't get a vacay.
when these niggas told me they went and had used Rolex,
Like, so I believe everything that Joe was saying, right? But of course, any story you're giving
your perspective,
you're giving your side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You putting the sauce on.
You put the sauce on.
I mean, of course.
So here's what I think when it comes to vacation, right? I think it was just like what he said, but he just didn't reiterate it. It was like, yeah, cool. Just can y'all pre-record? And I think that was it. It was like something like, yo, we're gonna be out of town for 2 weeks. All right, dope. Can y'all just pre-record? Then we'll put those in while y'all on vacation. And then he went, he said that, but then he kind of curveball and kept going somewhere else with it.
If I've been going,
the Bill Simmons story was hilarious.
Oh,
man.
that
That shit was trifling, bro.
Yeah, that was trifling, bro.
People do that shit, yo.
Cause that was on some like, oh, y'all don't know how to do it. Let me show you how to do it.
Yeah. I ain't
No,
like
bro,
that
no.
one either.
When somebody just commented and say, speaking of Button, man, y'all open a Patreon, I'll be down for a little $5.99 a month.
Say what?
See?
Now?
Tell them we'll work on it.
Somebody said they'd be willing to pay $5.99 a month to basically subscribe to the podcast.
We'll work on it. Tell them we actually
work
working
on
on
it.
some stuff to do some bonus content too. So whoever that is, shout out to them, man. For
Mm-hmm.
real.
I don't want to mess. Christian.
Oh, that's like our number one. That's our number one, bro. Like
Shout out to you.
Right.
I can't see your name right now, so that's why I ain't gonna
but
say
no,
it.
I know it. Like
If I butchered your name too.
fam always be supported. He always in the comments. He always telling like, yo, y'all need to get on this podcast. I
Yeah.
don't know what y'all on. So like, salute to you, fam, for real.
I love
If
our
you ever
avid
in Atlanta,
listeners, man.
if you ever in Atlanta,
Pull
hit
up.
us let us know. You
Pull up on me.
For real. He definitely like when they say day one.
Yeah.
He day one.
I fuck with our day ones. Marty, shout out to Marty. He's a day
Shout out
one.
to Mark.
too.
Yeah, it's a lot of day one, but
Mm-hmm.
he definitely support. But yeah, man. Like I said, I think Joe. The best way I could put it is, Joe is Dame Dash, and Charlemagne is more Jay-Z.
But
Mm-hmm.
see, look.
They
if
both
I've
got
been-
the same
if
goal.
I've been doing all this for 2 years straight, and I've been, you know what I'm saying, bring y'all the bank, you know what I'm saying, the Brinks truck. Why do I need to pre-record anything?
I get it. I get it.
You should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is,
Yeah.
the difference is when you own it versus when you
Have a contract with
got a
it.
contract.
And I know they had their contract was to record, like, they don't care if you take the days off, but we still need our two
We
episodes
need
this
2
week.
episodes
Yeah.
a week.
I feel like Charlamagne made a good point. Even know, Joe kind of, he responded to it like, but you do negotiate that stuff.
Yeah,
You feel me? You negotiate that in the contract. Like I said, I don't know. I'm sure they got lawyers. Of course they do.
Yeah.
They handle like business, but I don't think they expected this to be what it is.
Who? Charlamagne? I mean, Joe?
Well, I think
They probably, this contract is from the first, this is what, a year into their contract, they didn't get this.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or was it might have been the first few months, because they got it in
They got in September, so yeah.
So it might have been that first December, like where they didn't even,
Right.
I think what he said also was that he signed the deal with Spotify for data. So it was like for him, he was like, this was a sampling thing. Like, so I signed with them so I can see how it looks when all of our content is basically in one place. So everything is centralized.
Yeah, because even like,
so we can
because
get
the
all
pull-up
the
is on there, right?
No, I'm saying just for Spotify.
Gotcha.
The podcast itself is one place, so I should be able to
They
look
my
here
Cash App,
and
my
know
bad.
everything that's going on. Not even looking at YouTube, I should be able to look here and get all the data that I need. Basically, like they did a
Like a sample, a little case study.
A case study. So it's like if it's like this on Spotify, then imagine what it's going to be like that when
On
we
other
on like,
DSPs, yeah.
Apple, SoundCloud, all of these
Patreon,
places
yeah.
like this. So
So this was a good segue. What happened on the last episode? We said he was going back at Charlamagne.
it was basically him and Charlamagne basically was on a phone call, and Charlamagne was.
Some live shit.
Oh no! I mean, he's just regurgitating.
I was gonna say, now I'm about to listen.
No. But I mean, in a nutshell, he just was responding publicly to him and Charlamagne's private conversation, and he was saying like, Charlamagne was on the line telling him like, bro, you got to understand. Basically, what you said like, yo, them dudes got those huge deals because they are networks, and you're just like one singular podcast, and like, so you got to understand the money breakdown different, and I think. Like, I understand both sides, but ultimately what Joe is saying is, like, you got to understand, bro, like, without me, this model does not exist for Spotify. Like, Spotify, they didn't have, Joe was the first, he was the first deal. Like, he pioneered.
To turn around like that. To
Oh,
turn
Spotify.
around. To turn,
Like,
so
no, he wouldn't.
So it was him
no,
and
that-
Amy Schumer, according to Joe. Him and Amy exclusively had a deal.
Exclusively.
In his words, Amy Schumer failed, or they didn't do as much as she predicted, and they did like, what he said, a 900% profit in the first week.
They just killed.
When you keep regurgitating those numbers, they were the number one podcast for a year, and you mean to tell me we did better than because I don't think that they paid him as much as they did Amy Schumer. So he was already kind of on the fence about that because he was like, what the fuck is Amy Schumer doing with a podcast? He was like, you know what, fuck it. Whatever this y'all deal, fuck it. And then that happened. And so from a perspective, I get it. Like, I just shitted on this bitch that you gave an exclusive deal to for a year.
You know what this
Solid.
We talked about it before on this show. This reminds me of just like like your first deal, like as an artist.
That's why I said it's.
And and throughout the deal, he didn't woke up, he didn't learn some shit, and now he woke, and it's just like, because even when he said Van, he was talking about Van.
Mm-hmm.
Who Van signed with Bill Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that was disrespectful. He don't know he was disrespectful for doing that, but it's like at the end of the day, Joe, you did that by signing with Spotify the first time because you wasn't woke or whatever.
Right.
So it's just like he didn't woke up.
Like I said, it sounds all the way similar to an artist being in the music industry. This is just different because this is on level of podcasting is something new that has actually blown up in the last 5 to maybe 7 years.
It's still
10,
new. It's
if
still
even.
new.
So it's still new. Nobody knows how this goes. Like, the person that we can best rely on as far as being self-owned and self-publishing and distributing will probably be Oprah.
Was LSN Combat Network?
Yeah.
So he was. And that was
Yo, I mean
on big level.
the pioneer really when it came to a network was Combat Jack, Chris Monroe, Loudspeakers
Gotcha.
Network. They were the first ones to say like, you know what, we're gonna be the go-to place for podcasts. So everybody bring your podcast to us, and we'll go out and get the ad revenue and all of this. And he passed, and Chris Monroe took over. solely,
Is
and
he? I
you
didn't
know
know that.
now they're doing whatever they're doing, but the space has been there. You know what I mean? Like
It just hasn't been as, I don't want to say relevant, but
see the evolution of talk radio. That's really what it is. 'Cause
I
how
mean,
it's
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's that.
But I mean, to the degree of that, for me at least, I can tune in for 3 hours and listen to these niggas talk. That's slightly unheard of. Like these are documentary type times we talking. Like I don't even know anybody that could watch a documentary for 2.5, 3 hours and just still be in tune. And like the fact that you can do that off the strength of listening to somebody is a lot. Like that shit is a lot for three and a half hours. That's intense.
Ultimately, what it really boils down to, in my opinion, is that Joe and his team they built something, right? And it blew up. But in the midst of blowing up, they didn't sign a bad deal. They signed a good deal for the time.
Yeah, just they.
But it's just the time when they signed that deal, they grew exponentially. So now it's like, oh, it's time for the re-up. And the people you want the re-up from, they don't
Ain't
want to
giving it
give
to
you the
you.
bread. So now what you have to do, if we talking dope, if this been my connect this whole time, and I was small time, and I got big time, and he
Cutting me
don't
no
want to
deals?
you don't want to cut the deal, what I do? I go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. But I think personally, no matter where Joe go, it's gonna be the same thing.
Because of him.
I just don't think
him.
nobody's gonna value it the way that he thinks it's
Yeah.
gonna be. It's just with anything. Nobody's gonna really know your value
'Cause
unless you do some shit yourself.
You own it, right?
Right.
So it's like
Oh, turn
they having
up.
fun out there. But
Right.
it's like this, right? No matter how low or high I get, you can't tell me how great my stuff ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know my stuff is here, right? But somebody else got to value that to put the dollar on it, unless you just do it all by yourself. So what I think Joe gonna have to do, for real,
Create his own.
it's like he don't want to do the ads. Like he said that he don't want to read the ads.
Because
but
he's strayed away from that forever.
that's gonna be his bread and butter,
Mm-hmm.
or he's gonna have to do kind of like what he do with them pull-ups and be like, oh, this section of podcast
It's sponsored by
is
this
sponsored
person.
by this person,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that section of podcast is done, this new section of podcast is sponsored by these people, because he don't
Because
wanna,
the fact that Rory, or from what he said, Rory was probably gonna get his own shit popping. Maul was. I don't know what Ian was gonna do. I'm sure he was gonna have his own hand in his, in his pocket with that. But it sounds like it was a conglomerate of different entities
yeah.
that they all wanted their hand in, and it's like I in the mind of Spotify, it's like we don't know what this is gonna do yet. They like you all as a whole as Joe Budden, but we don't know what Rory's gonna do on the side of what Maul's gonna like. Yeah, we see him doing Duce, but like, what else? What other value does he have? It's in COVID. Nobody's doing Duce festivals anymore. So what is he gonna do? What does Maul do? Like, I feel like it's an intricate net of things that nobody knows what anybody's doing. Nobody can really place value on the outside of things. So as a whole, for Joe, it looks like, no, like we got shit popping and it's shit going on and it's a lot of money in the making, but they don't really know the metrics of it.
You know what it is? I just, once you said that, it just clicked for me, honestly. Spotify wanted to sign Joe to a network deal, meaning that anything that y'all start, like
We want.
Joe Budden Podcast Network. So anything y'all do within that network, that we signing that.
Yeah.
We give you the deal for that.
Because they
right?
didn't have it.
They didn't have, like, they signed initially as just like No Buffer Podcast signing.
Right.
They didn't sign as the network of No Buffer Podcast, meaning
Right.
like whatever we do, all of this stuff like that. So that's what Spotify want to do, and Joe like, no, because I don't want y'all to own all this other stuff. We just want to deal
Or not even.
solely for the podcast.
You're
type
not giving me
situation.
what I want just with the podcast itself. Why would I give you 5 other olive branches to some shit that you don't even know what's about to happen with it?
Right.
And it could go good or bad, but like the fact that you don't value the conglomerate as a whole right now just means a lot more to me than whatever deal you're trying to put out. So I
Joe
get
said
it.
he was getting millions and shit. Y'all tripping off that, or y'all
No.
fighting for the bigger cause?
It's all
It just
about what you
depends.
want.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. Because for them, you got to look at. I would assume like I said, nobody knows what the deal were, but that first deal 2 years ago probably was collectively a couple million. Because it wasn't like nobody became a millionaire. Like he said on the podcast that I got $1 million from Revolt. I got $1 million from. Like he said,
like like he got
all these other places. Cash App gave him $1 million to do the pull-ups. Like so, that's his lowest one. His biggest asset was the lowest paying one. So he's looking at like if I'm getting $1 million here, $1 million here, $1 million there for these, and I ain't even here. I'm here twice a week, 3 hours a day, and these smaller I'm doing
ones,
pull-ups. Like he probably only did like a combined 10 pull-ups,
if even.
and he got $1 million for that. So he looking at it like. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's saying
but even still, he still got cat. I mean, that's his only sponsor, to be honest.
I think he
why though?
Listener experience.
I was gonna say because he talked about that. He was like, he's probably the only podcast. It's very annoying. He's the only podcast probably on Spotify right now that you can listen straight through and there's no ad. I think he probably only did it twice, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And he's only done it a handful of times, but for him, I think he's just very listener conscious.
I still be thinking they be having those ads, but they just like when they was doing the Netflix shit.
That's what you mean?
That's what I was getting to. There's ways to do.
Oh, okay, I got you.
There's ways to do ads. Yeah, there's ways to do ads in podcasting that comes off super authentic. The thing is, most of these companies want metrics, right? And the only way that they can get metrics is that give you a promo code. So like no buffer for whoever. So now I can, as a company, I can know for sure
how many people
who came here from your podcast. What Joe really want to do is treat it like Chick-fil-A billboard. Driving down 75, you see Chick-fil-A billboard. You keep driving, you see Chick-fil-A billboard. I don't have to keep saying it, but eventually your mind gonna be like, I want a chicken sandwich. Let me go to Chick-fil-A.
Because I don't know if you remember, but when he first got to deal with Spotify, he was doing the, hey, sign up right now, you can get Spotify for free for 30 days. So that was his quote-unquote ad. But I think for the most part, all of his listeners that were converted from YouTube transition over, but to still get that going, that probably built a lot of his profit too, being able that he did have that code, even though he was already exclusively with them. I put it
like this, right? It's creative ways to read ads. If you want to, say for example, we got paid $5,000 to talk about Joe Budden podcast. Then we just did it just then. Then we just did an ad about Joe Budden just then, without saying promo code. All that. So it's ways around it. There's ways to do it. And truth be told, he's done it before. Like, bro, he was talking Cash App on the podcast. Then all of a sudden, the pull-up is sponsored by Cash App.
Because you're kind of slightly building a relationship.
You're building a relationship. It's ways to do it where it don't have to come off as this episode is sponsored by such and such.
But they used, again, this new platform, they used to that traditional.
They not,
It's not like radio. You can't just say the ad and then go to the song. Like you got to come back. You done fucked up the whole flow of conversation because you need me to do an ad.
Music though.
It works though. Don't get me wrong.
But not like radio. Like radio, you got like 10 minutes.
They play music for like breaks and shit. Yeah, that's just your break period.
Yeah. Like I understand. Like I said, I understand both sides, bro. It's all about what you want. He just don't want to break in the listener experience, which if that's what he want, that's what he want. I'm saying unless he signs a deal exclusively with somebody, he's going to have to do ads to really make the money that he's looking to make. He's going to have, if you don't want to
in
do
some
ads,
way, form, or fashion.
In some way, form
whether
or fashion.
he putting it at the end, the middle of his pull-ups, the podcast, when they do a break on YouTube, in some way he's going to have to do.
I feel like, this is just my opinion, I think going forward, I think he's going to maximize his YouTube page.
100%.
Product placement.
Yeah.
By that, he don't have to mess up the user experience.
That's what I'm saying. He'll have an ad where it's like, when they cutting into a song and he can't play the music on YouTube, he'll throw an ad in there.
See, that's why I don't like looking at YouTube.
I don't either, but you're saying the YouTube experience, that's what the YouTube experience is. They can't play the songs. So in the beginning, they're going to have 2 minutes worth of ads. Then they gonna cut into the podcast. Who?
I don't know. They can't play music on it because
On YouTube, yeah, because of the right,
copyrights.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But even if he was to make a partnership with YouTube, like just like Versus got a partnership with Instagram, and they gave him the rights to play music.
I don't know.
I feel like he.
I don't know.
I feel like yeah, that's the. I don't know how that goes. I feel like he could if he got some kind of copyright or like I don't know the technical term for it to do the music part. It may be for the new and upcoming artists, but I don't think it's gonna be the shit that they playing on the podcast. You get what I'm saying?
The best experience is the listening experience for that podcast.
Yeah,
you get to hear everything.
Because even the aftermath, like the sleepers, that's for me.
No, they don't do none of that on YouTube.
They don't play none of it. They'll list it, but they don't play it.
Yeah, they cut it
But
off.
that's for me, that's the best part. It's like, damn, we get to end the shit with some vibes. Like, that's cool for me.
Hey, I love Joe Budden, but real talk, didn't know buffer. What else y'all want to
I'm
talk
sorry.
about? We done did a deep dive on Joe Budden. Hey, but
We did.
I respect everything that they got going on, man. Best wishes to
All of them.
to all of them.
That
man.
whole
Like,
team,
hey, if
yeah.
you got something and you believe in it, fight for it, bro. And
Facts.
you know, if you lose on that, you lose on that.
Hey, but you stand on your 10.
Yeah, it's all about what you want.
I'm cool with the 7 figures.
If they ever come to us, I know where you
Yeah,
stand.
I'm cool with the 7 figures.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about what you want, bro. I get it. I get both sides of it.
I get
because
both sides for sure.
I've been in those situations.
Let's be-
One more.
No, it's fine. I was just talking.
Y'all think like he the voice of that whole joint? Like, do you think Maul and Rory have a say?
I mean, they got to say, but at the end of the day, it's his deal.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to them signing to Joe. I mean, not really, but it's
I
almost
feel like they have a say,
signed
but
to
it's kind
Joe.
of like you
And
you
he
know
building the
about
deal.
you know because honestly, to think about even how Maul came on, it wasn't like he, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't one of the shit. Both of them really,
No, he wasn't original.
but Maul wasn't because
He
it was
wasn't
Rory, some other
Marissa.
girl, and then they had little.
Marissa was the
Yeah,
beginning.
float-ins in between, but I feel like he may talk to them about it, but I feel like he still breaks it down in a way where it's like, this
A lot
doesn't
of that
make
stuff
sense.
on the podcast, they found out the day they recorded the podcast. A lot of that inner dealing stuff. It's some stuff he ain't talk about, but they knew overall, like, yo, they trying to, they want everything. This is the deal. He probably gave him a dollar amount. Like, look, they want to give us 20.
I feel
but
like
they
if
wanna own
anything,
everything.
Rory may know a little bit more to what is going on than Maul. Or?
I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
don't
thinking
want to
about it.
speculate.
I don't know. I don't
'cause
speculate. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know they deal, but
All I'm saying is from the way it sounded like they all knew it was some
They had
slighted
an
bullshit, and they
understanding.
was
Yeah.
like, nah, we've been holding our tongues for too long, and nah.
yeah. So
So shout out to them, and welcome to the No Buffer Podcast again. Sorry.
Segway.
we never did a culturally ratchet question.
Nope.
I didn't really have. I
Why
just.
bring it up?
I don't know,
The
bro.
fuck?
I don't know, cause like, look, I did that thing that somebody was going. I was.
Nah, bro, don't throw a oop to a nigga like, nah, bro, like.
You weren't ready for what you used to be ready, bro. You always happened to.
How
Go
do you
ahead,
feel about the George Floyd strain?
The what?
The George Floyd strain.
bro. When I saw that,
Hey, yo, I hate. Let me tell
I
you
want to
something.
be very clear and honest.
I hate you niggas. I said
Cheyenne,
that.
when
I
saw
said that.
when that came through the group chat, I was hoping and praying that this wasn't a picture that H had.
I deleted it out of my thread.
I kid you not.
This is accurate. I deleted out my thread.
I was like, H, please don't tell me that
That's
you caught
ignorant, right?
Because I thought H was like, he was texting us to be like,
Yo, that
I
fire!
got
Yo,
it.
that fire! Got the pack.
And then when he wrote what he wrote, I was like, oh yeah, dog, that's what's up, my dog. That
I
was
hope
really,
this ain't some H.
for real, bro.
Yo,
But
got
that's
the
like,
pack. Got the fire.
Man, when I saw that, bro.
Explain it to the listeners.
All right, yeah, context. I'm sorry, you're right. So we, in our group chat, we talk like all week, basically, whatever we
Y'all
see on the
do.
internet. Yeah, Steve, he'll chime in every now and then. Speaking of Joe Budden, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Even though we've set up like this, we not trying to. But
He
like,
Maul.
You Maul.
You Maul as
I'm
fuck.
Joe. This is Rory.
I'm Rory. Yeah, I can see
And
that.
this Parks. And we didn't even try to do that. That just,
Facts.
definitely
You
happened
are
like that.
Parks.
Because
Cause you
the
be cool
coolest.
as fuck.
You cool and you don't do nothing.
Intellectual
Hey, low key, Parks be funny as fuck. Yeah.
And Rory, industry insider,
but annoying.
Like to drink.
Facts.
Shy.
Do say club for sure.
You know
I'm Jameson Club. New one.
And a curator. He's a curator.
And because he was supposed to get a little album out of that.
Scary.
We keep talking about these niggas, but he got a group. He got a
Emotional Oranges.
Man.
Yeah, he was supposed to get an album out of that deal.
Scary.
But
we next up.
We need this same promotion. Joe Budden, Rory, Maul.
Right,
no
Parks, all y'all. Emotional Oranges. Right.
Factual. Matter of fact, I want to put this out here too, cause shout out to the homie who be looking and he be like, man, y'all need to make some short clips. So look, keep it plain and funky with y'all. We need extra help
We need photographers.
on this. We need to get photographers and we need video editors. So if you one of those people out there that want to do those short clips, we looking at span, baby.
And this is no slight to Black because he used to really.
No,
He used to.
But
But Black been on his producer shit, so like, I'm not mad at
like,
it.
Let Black producing
Yeah,
get
nah.
on the.
I fuck with Black producing. I like Black producing.
So yeah, we need
Yeah, we need
photographers and
help.
We need people to come in like who can edit this video and all that stuff, man. So y'all
Help
want that.
me.
Help us.
Nigga. We need it.
But what was the? I forgot who. What was the?
OG.
Yeah, bro. That was. So context. I'm sorry. So we got a text message,
Can you pour me a little, please?
and the text
If you
message
don't put
was
it-
like a picture of George Floyd on the front of what allegedly is some OG. I'm assuming Kush, some type of weed, and it said George Floyd OG.
Staying tuned.
Huh?
Talking to her.
Oh, it's cool. Y'all in that. So I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all got going over there. This is the message dispute going on over there. But
Oh, ain't no dispute.
y'all got
That's good. Therapy, new segment.
yeah. Do we need to do a therapy session?
I mean, are you good? You just seem a little. I'm not digging into you, mad far, and you hostile. Like, what's up with you? You got something you can get off your chest? You know, I can't.
I'm chilling.
So therapists good would say when they say I'm chilling, they're guarded, right? And when they're guarded, that be they don't want to speak because they don't want to seem emotional in the moment. So why do you feel that you're chilling?
Bro, don't dig over here, bro. You get this shit too.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? When
So then when they start attacking you, it's
Yeah,
really
they're
because
attacking-
they
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
internally processed anything on the
Yeah.
inside, so they're gonna attack you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Like the fact that he can just go out with bitches in Florida and strippers and all kinds of shit, but then I gotta sit here and just be like, oh no, it's cool, like whatever. But then the moment I say I went out with some friends on a fucking brewery experience, it's like,
Hey, kudos to you for being able to say that word because I slaughter it
Every time.
every
What?
time.
That one of the words I got to like kind of
Sign it
slow
up.
it up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
brewery. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try some beer.
Yeah, yeah. I went to the beer shop.
Bro, you know the word that stumble you. You got
Yeah,
to break it down.
You gotta
like,
break
you
it
know
down,
what I
slow
mean?
it down.
Yeah.
but now you mad. See, that's how I know.
They worked it out. They ended up passing the bottle. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Whoever you are doing the George Floyd OG, you wrong.
You terrible.
You're terrible.
You are a trash individual on
As a
earth.
consumer though, like
I don't
I
want nothing
and I
called
keep it
George
smoke. Why would
Floyd.
and like this, fam. If 99.9% of the proceeds ain't going to that
I don't
man's
want to
family,
think about
Come on,
George
bro.
Floyd when I'm smoking. I'm trying to escape reality, not face it. Like, nigga, damn.
let me play the
Oh, you been thinking about this?
Nah,
No, you have.
because you know when you smoke, you kind of relieving some stress.
Mm-hmm.
So you
But
look
I
at
don't
this
wanna
pack
smoke
and
George
all this shit
Floyd.
going on, this police brutality. Let me smoke some shit.
No, let's just be clear. That shit was just distasteful.
Yeah, that ain't the way, fam.
Tacky.
It was
That's what it
rude,
is. It's tacky.
distasteful. Because if you think about, let's just say I'm George Floyd's long lost cousin. I ain't know this nigga was my cousin because black people have that happen sometimes. Now I gotta go pick up a pack that's called George Floyd. I don't want to hear that shit.
I feel the same way. Honestly, I feel the same way about the Breonna Taylor shit too. Like,
Bro,
I
you be
mean,
seeing
jokes.
flyers and parties.
Yeah,
What jokes?
Me and my home, it's upsetting me that me and my that some shit. But
Oh,
all
yeah.
it's like, it'll say
They really,
some
if they
song,
really
Red
try to,
Sox.
in retrospect, they try to do it to bring awareness. Like, oh, like I know your regular life is happening. This is a regular sentiment, but Breonna Taylor, and I can't really jive with that either.
Okay. I know what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
No, they just
because like
bro.
no other action behind that. You feel me?
I just unfollowed a girl because since that happened, all of her shit has been like, oh, it's the Breonna Taylor for me, or oh, I see y'all sitting here, but Breonna, and it's just like even the creative memes with the Snickers bars, and it's like, fam, like I can't like.
Speaking of protests, bro, what happened to the protests, bro?
No, they still happening.
They out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That shit ain't in the media.
Yeah.
Narratives. They control narratives.
Basketball.
That's
So do you?
They just had like on Saturday here. They was just up at Stone Mountain. They've been going up to Stone Mountain, like going back and forth with the white motherfuckers.
With the KKK shit. They had their headquarters up there.
They say they got active out there, like niggas throwing hands for real. Like,
It's the headquarters up there, I think.
Yeah. So do y'all think that since basketball has been back, do y'all think that basketball has influenced the media as far as, you know me, you know?
It's dry too, but it's all good.
I mean, you know, you be a little dry, man. So it's alright. But y'all catch my drift. I shouldn't have to relay the rest of his questions.
Yes. So I know this was like a big subject early on, like should the NBA return, right? And for me, I was always on the side of them returning. And mainly because, for one, I'm a fan. Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I wanted to watch basketball, number one. That's number one. There's the truth. But the other thing is, man, you got players who this is their platform. And they don't have a platform. Like, everybody ain't LeBron James. Everybody ain't AD. Everybody ain't, the Kobe Bryants of the world.
Bro.
Yeah, the upper echelon. Like, you got 10 to 15 players in the league that people, no matter what they say, people gonna hold on to what they say. But for the most part, you just got regular players doing a regular job, bro. And like once they leave the court, you probably would not even care about or know who they are. That's just the reality of the situation. So now this gave them a platform to actually speak on it. Now, did it get kind of whitewashed? 100%. Every game, Black Lives Matter. And so the thing about some stuff is when things, the more you see stuff, the more it becomes normalized. And the power kind of strips away.
Like all the killings of black people.
It gets normalized. So while Black Lives Matter is a strong movement, the way that it was being, like at one point in time, fam, we were seeing Black Lives Matter on everything. Like people had Black Lives Matter plates. And I'm like, what we moving away, like we moving the goalposts, like some stuff. So it gets to a point where it's just like, oh, it's just in my head, Black Lives Matter, which is not a bad thing, but it goes away from the ultimate goal. And so you have to make sure that these things are not just like not necessarily normalized, but also being talked about and action is being happening.
I think the goal of Black Lives Matter was always construed. It was never, nobody ever looked at it with its pure intent, and that's bothersome. Because people always took the narrative and twisted it. Of course, with the news, they're gonna, they have a script that they have to go by, which is very fucked up. But, they all got a job to do. But I don't like the fact that, you can take something and have it for a moment, like a trend of of sneakers or of clothes or of hair or a song, and it just be in that moment and then it's forgot about. To your point of like, they still protesting. It's like I see the protests all the time, but like to others it's not happening anymore. And to others around the world, it's not happening anymore. And it's like, that's fucked up because it still is happening. Like, I still get texts about, yo, come out to what's the face because we out here and bring your sign and wear your mask, but we out here. And it's like, that's, to me, it goes on, it's so many levels of just shit, but, oh, hi. But it's so many levels of like, I had a girl moment.
You did.
It's so many levels of, I've recently learned that I am a nigga indeed. It's so many levels of just, of being seen and being heard,
Right.
And then it's to the level of there's always a narrative to push. And I don't care what anybody says. I love a good conspiracy theory, but I fully believe that there is always a narrative to push. And the fact that you haven't seen any of the protests on there, and it's not your fault, but it's not being broadcast. And that's fucked up. The fact that now we have a new hashtag. Just when did George Floyd get killed? In what? June? It's fucking Labor Day. This is almost 3 to 4 months later, and we have a new hashtag. Thank God he didn't die. But his whole life is altered. He got 3 kids that watched him get shot in the back 7 times. You mean to tell me there was a nigga getting shot in the back 7 times, and this nigga walked around with a full-out assault rifle, killed 2 people, injured 1, and they let him walk past in the same vicinity?
Yo,
that shit sounds insane.
Wild, did
so
you see
like,
that video? That's
you ain't see
wild,
that?
bro.
I seen both of them on accident.
It sounds insane. So to me, like, and I get the hoteps on this perspective, and then I don't need to keep protesting about Black Lives Matter. I just want to do some shit. Like, there's no point in me explaining it. If you could tell me these 2 people in the same vicinity have not received the slightest bit of difference in justice, and he had a whole out assault rifle and killed 2 people.
Let's segue for. Oh, go ahead. We about to say something.
What's so wild to me, I know we don't want to keep, we definitely, I don't think we should. What's so wild to me is that the cop that killed George Floyd, they in court talking about some, it's his fault he died. He overdosed. He was drugged. He died, that was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, man, like, they don't understand. But the thing about the protest,
man, I ain't know that, bro.
I was against the awareness thing, like, but I think awareness is important because these people really don't understand. As much as we would think they understand,
they don't understand.
Just like we don't know, like we wouldn't understand the white perspective on certain things. They are really uneducated.
And I get that.
But I think they see what's going on, like, and I don't know. I think it's more the Black Lives Matter that they offended by. I think they understand the police brutality shit.
They don't get it, but it's also not our job to continue to teach them of it. Like sometimes
That's
I feel
the part
like
right there,
you
man.
just gotta like. Sometimes no, this to be the same way they feel about us in like life. Period. We gotta learn shit. We gotta learn stocks. We gotta do better for the same way they feel about us in being better or at least equal to them in life. We feel the same fucking way about them in equality and black fucking civil rights. Like, we're not asking you for much, nigga. We just asking you to be on the same fucking playing field.
My point, like, what I always say to that is
Yep.
that it starts with us.
The bare minimum. We just don't want to be killed.
Yeah,
It starts with us, though. Like, we can't ask somebody else. I can't ask Steve come on my house. I can't ask him to clean my house for me.
but I'm not asking you, nigga. I've cleaned your house.
No,
You've seen.
You gotta keep our shit clean. I can't come in and expect the motherfucker to keep my house clean.
But keep.
So
but what
break
am I
that
keeping
down
clean?
It just
In
more-
period. Like your shit been dirty.
But I'm just saying, we gotta respect ourselves first before we demand.
But it's not like we don't. Why? The other difference is, why can't we just respect black and white people just being fucking different? We know these niggas is dirty and nasty because they do white boy shit all the time, and we different.
Listen,
She
I'm
talking,
taking
though.
the white
Hey,
people
man.
out this equation 100 all together. I'm talking about.
I'm not.
within our
Tell me-
community.
No, but I'm not, because black people as a whole have their own culture. The same way white people get. Let's just talk about going out. Just going out. White people go out, get fucked up. They do crazy shit. They do all these whatever the fuck. They jump from fucking 3-story buildings and fall and be like, yeah, so fucking what? Black people go out. We may want to fight, but we gonna fuck. That's culturally differences. The moment you can respect that shit, it's like it's not gonna be the same in every culture. I'm not expecting everybody to be like, I understand what you're saying. I want to be just. I don't want that. I just want us to respect each other as our differences and then move along accordingly. You're not gonna get where I'm coming from because you don't got 500-600 years of fucking traumatized ancestors and myself living in one fucking body. I'm not gonna understand why you so fucked up because your fucking uncle ain't kill and rape everybody on the land and now you gotta deal with the shit, but you could move along in life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to respect each other's differences, learn there's a different culture, and then move forward from that. I'm not saying we gotta be kumbaya, hug me, I love you, cause I may not fuck with you, and then move forward. That's all I'm saying. I don't like that
she
part.
pardoned though.
What y'all feel about the Jacob Blake situation?
It's fucked up.
So everything Cheyenne just said, I feel it 100%. Only thing that I would add to that is this. Forget a black, white, Indian, Asian, anything, right? At the end of the day, on a human level,
Just different.
you cannot tell me you justify shooting a man 7 times in his back at
That
close
too.
range. You can't justify it to me, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
In his back.
I'm not, and I'm purposely taking away black and white because I want people to feel this on a human level. You cannot justify a man walking around his car, and I've seen stories. They say, "Oh, he had a knife on him." Cool,
A knife.
cool with it. All right, you got a knife. You go around your car. You try to enter your car. At that point, if you're entering your car, are you a threat to the police officer? No, you're trying to get away, right?
Hold on.
Oh no, I'm saying real talk.
Hold on. So
Seven-
I got into the police around Christmas time, right?
Okay, you were living dangerous out here.
Okay, my point. My point.
Yeah,
I told Black the story. He said, "Oh, you was trying to die."
yeah.
So with all that said, I'm not justifying what happened.
I get
Stop
that.
all that fucking moving, bro. Like, cause we grew up like that. Like,
Well-
cause it's not a fight you gonna win by yourself, bro.
See,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you 100% because, but honestly, a lot of this stuff depends on how you was raised. I was raised, you got to get home. So you got to get home by any means necessary, meaning that you
that's exactly
comply.
what I'm saying. Like,
I
all of
get
us
that.
raised is like, bro, chill out. Like, chill
But
the fuck
what
out,
what
bro.
I'm
Like,
saying is though, everybody ain't raised that way.
I feel all black people, all black
All-
males be on that type
all
of shit.
black-
Back down there command.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, bro?
I feel y'all, and I feel y'all on a spiritual level because that's how I was raised. But we can't blanket statement that.
Nigga had that talk in elementary school.
But I still say this, right? Even with all, it's just, man, it's hard for me to, and I know how the world works and how media works. They show you these two videos and they put them together.
Right,
They're two separate scenarios, number one. But what I can tell y'all is from the video that I saw of the white boy, the terrorist, the vigilante, whatever they want to call him.
Man, fuck him.
The white boy, I saw him break away from somebody, shoot 2 people, and in the same, I mean, not even a cut, in the same sequence,
Same fucking
do this.
Ain't nothing happened.
I don't know about y'all, but if I put my hands up in front of the police, they
You
gonna
get shot.
automatically think like, oh no, he doing something.
And they rolled by his ass.
They roll by him.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see?
And add this though, and he's strapped severely.
So you can see the guns.
All this happened though.
No. I'm just talking about the
Fam.
one clip that I saw.
No,
I saw
yeah.
that, just the one.
This is off the strength of one clip.
like a 1 minute clip.
Listen, before I think it was him and his mom. The cop was like, "Yeah, I appreciate it." Like the cop thanked them. They was over there with the cops. They was standing with the cops and
I ain't see that.
I ain't see that.
I appreciate what y'all doing and this and that. You see him and his mom walking with. He got the guns in his hand when the cop saying, "I appreciate what y'all are doing, what y'all stand for."
I hate it here. I hate it
tell y'all
here.
one thing.
I hate it
Black
here.
people, this coming from last name good himself. Exercise your Second Amendment right and go and get a strap.
Man,
If you
fuck
live in-
them.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you live in Georgia,
What's up, Black?
if you live in Georgia,
Like, look,
You
hesitant.
100% good.
all I'm saying, and this ain't got nothing to do
He
with
didn't say
police.
shoot nobody. He just
No,
said
I'm saying-
exercise your right.
What you getting it for?
I'm listen to what I'm saying.
If you're not gonna shoot it, what you getting it for?
No, you
No,
need to
no,
protect
You know what I'm
yourself.
saying?
He
I
come,
feel like if you gonna, if I
my nigga, we on a podcast. He just said exercise your right.
feel that.
All I'm saying is because like here's the thing. Here's the
Use your
thing.
creative intelligence.
They playing that side.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
we
play
ain't.
back.
We ain't playing that side. We not playing that
They
side,
play
bro.
that side because they're kind of low key backed.
They're secure.
And you know what they?
You
wanna
can
know-
see
and
it every
This goes
time.
into what we talked about last time. You know what they're backed by? Law. And they're doing it. They're doing it the right way
We
by
don't have
law.
the same laws now. I don't give a fuck what's going on. We ain't got
Talk to him.
I feel you.
Talk to him, Pac.
We got the same laws, but I feel you.
They not used the same. They're not used the same. They're not used the same. They not used the same.
I feel what you're saying, but technically we are backed by the same laws.
I need a good lawyer. I need a good lawyer to explain the technicalities of my situation.
I mean, bro, like the truth is, it ain't fair, but it ain't gonna be fair. Like that's the part that I think. Part of what Black saying earlier, we got to understand that we ain't on the same playing field. Now that we know that we're not on the same playing field, we got to figure out another way to level up.
Man, all I'm saying is like, listen, y'all niggas.
Was he doing too much moving tonight?
No, but I'm about to say it's really a lose-lose. Because
but how can you even explain too much moving?
That's what I'm saying.
Like the fact that you gotta explain that sounds nuts.
Cause I done seen niggas been in that situation with the kids in the car, be like. And, you know, they in there crying and shit. Be like, it's all right, baby. You know what I'm saying? Talking like that. But he went home.
Bro.
This is my whole little thing. You cannot fight that by yourself. Like,
oh, no, you can't. You can't.
Yeah, you cannot fight that by
yourself.
Bro,
we are in a climate where we ain't going to win in those situations at all. That's why I say
we're not.
The best case scenario, and you know, hindsight is always 20/20.
Trying to break up a fight?
Yes!
That's what he said he was trying to break up a fight. He was breaking up a fight. And so,
like, not even on the black and white shit. I feel like they should have stopped.
Shit, that sound like a tank.
That and see,
it's two people.
Black. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like that's the stuff that pissed me off because.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I missed it too.
They should have stopped him before he got to the car. It's two. It's two.
Yeah, but more to the point of excessive force.
Stop him.
You pull out your gun. Even if you felt like he was a fucking threat, you don't tackle him, you don't tase him, you pull out your gun and shoot the nigga 7 times. That shit sounds insane.
You said some shit earlier, like everybody ain't, pretty much raised the same.
Yeah.
We all know they scared of us, so like all that extra moving and going in the car, like stop it.
No,
like, bro,
because the difference is
that justifying what they doing.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. Like I'm justifying you trying to get to the crib.
No,
I'm not. Like
I feel you good because
we
reality though.
It is reality.
I understand.
It's reality, but look, bro.
No.
Bro, we're in a
fuck that. I understand
where
that to an extent of that you have training to deal with fucking people. If a nigga is walking and I'm pretty sure they're trained in this. I'll find a fucking cop to talk to and be like, how the fuck y'all training this? I'm pretty sure if somebody is walking in front of you and he was walking around the car, you're not gonna tell me a nigga walking around the car, you was scared from the time he got from the back of his passenger seat all the way to the driver's side. You felt threatened enough to shoot a nigga 7 times in the back? No! You ain't pull out your taser. You ain't tackle a nigga. It was 5 of y'all.
Bro, the amount of
you're not gonna tell me
that we have as black men is that we trying
you're
to
not
justify
gonna tell me that.
Them
man, fuck that.
Shooting and killing us.
Listen
to what I'm saying though. Listen to what I'm saying.
So like, which one is right? Like,
ain't neither one of them right.
What I'm saying is, it's like, so whatever they say, do stop moving, be still, don't say nothing. Is that what we teach our kids, or do just like y'all say, arm yourselves, know your rights? The rights is I can say, what am I being pulled over for? Right? However, if I ask the wrong way, it's like all she had to do was not say nothing.
My point.
So many people like Sandra Bland. Like, people gonna justify if you know your rights, meaning I know what I'm allowed to ask, but how I say it is a problem.
Fidel Castro.
We're fighting a battle that I don't want to be pessimistic, but it's very difficult for us to win.
Fidel Castro. The nigga said, I'm pulling out my wallet. It's right here in my pocket. This nigga got shot with his girlfriend and daughter in the car with him. You're not finna tell me that there's a way you can justify. I don't give a fuck what he was doing. Everybody's trying to get home. You're not gonna tell me that shit is okay.
Bro,
these niggas are trained for that shit.
That shit be sounding good until you that example.
Man,
that nigga's
you're
paralyzed,
right.
Bro.
Yeah. You're right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that nigga's
right.
paralyzed.
Right. Exactly.
To just stand still and don't say nothing, or know your rights.
That's what he's been saying the whole time.
That's what I know, but I want to know which one.
It's like I said, hey, honestly, we all right in this conversation.
Yeah, we all saying the
We
same
all
thing.
we all right in this conversation because
There's
look,
no winning with this shit.
the amount of trauma that them 3 kids got right now. I don't cuss. Fuck the cops if I'm them 3 kids right there. Them 3 kids, you ain't nothing that you can tell them 3 kids about police. I watched you shoot my dad 7 times in the back. What you can't tell me nothing about police. If I'm them 3 kids, I'm traumatized for life. What are those 3 kids gonna deal
And
with?
the other black people that's just watching, you can't tell me nothing.
But then you watch a whole video of a white nigga ran his vehicle into a pole, get out, run around. They point the gun out and tell him to get down. He don't get down. Run around again.
See how y'all speaking to me right now is like the playing field is level, like, and it's not.
No, it's
No,
not.
no.
It's not.
What I'm saying, as a nigga that's not level, like that shit is not level.
Right.
So I ain't trying to be the nigga paralyzed.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You not.
Steve.
Oh, like,
Steve,
how to-
What I'm
You
saying
not
is,
gonna win that by yourself.
you're not wrong. The point that I'm making, and we're all saying the same thing, but we're making different points. The point that I'm making is we shouldn't have to think
Have to
about
deal with
it.
that.
That's known though. That's known. Like that's known.
It is, but
that's the outrage.
But that's the
part of
problem,
outrage.
is
Or
what I'm
to my
saying.
my point is like there.
But that's the problem.
You can do literally everything right, and you still gonna be fucked.
I told you my situation. You said, "Oh, you was trying to die." Oh, bro. Like,
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
like I said, we're going in circles because we all saying the same thing.
Cause we all in it. It could be anybody.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The playing field ain't fair, and no matter what we do,
You still gonna get
we
got.
still is seen as a threat to them, no matter what, bro. Like, check this out. We can go home. We could be driving home tonight. Everything clean, license good, registration good, everything Gucci.
And you still gonna get fucked.
If you see lights, you in panic mode.
Your stomach in your ass.
Nigga, I'm terrified. It's
Why?
worse when my mama said, "You home?" After I know I done fucked up, yeah, I think so. I guess I'm home.
Yeah, it's
Shit,
like,
I'm here. I mean,
like-
you.
it ain't no. It
Y'all
ain't.
call people when y'all get pulled over.
I've started to recently. Yeah.
I use Legal Equalizer app when I get pulled over. The Legal Equalizer app, this is not an app, but I invested in this company, and this is my dog. He went to high school with me. Legal Equalizer app will send a text message to you, your friend, video record the conversation. It also has all the laws that you need to know, so when you are getting pulled over, you know you're properly in the right position. If you got guns on you, it lets you know the gun laws in each state. It lets you know if you need to call a lawyer, it's one tap of a button. You can contact a lawyer within a 25-mile radius.
That's what's up.
All of that.
How much that app cost?
That app is free on Apple, Android devices. Legal EQ, Legal Equalizer.
Thanks for including me, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm on.
I better record. I just, like, the last 2 times I got pulled over, I just put my phone and record. And just record the shit. Like, I don't have no space for my video. So I just do the audio. But I record the conversations. I just record all conversations. Like,
I started doing that at work.
Oh, she's trying to.
how y'all feel about, this kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I mean, I understand, but when Braun, he was on this platform and he was just like, as a black man, I'm scared in America. And I didn't like him saying that. Like,
Cause this nigga ain't scared.
No, he probably is.
No,
it ain't even that.
I'm only
He's not scared, but I
playing
don't
up.
like
Yeah.
that.
We let them know.
Yeah.
I'm with him on that.
Like, I don't
No,
feel
they don't need to know.
that's
like,
what they want though.
Yeah,
They feed
exactly.
off of
They
this.
see
Like,
what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying,
we
they
get them
see what I'm
niggas
saying,
scared. Like,
Yeah, and that's the only reason I meant like he's not scared to the degree of somebody's gonna pull him over and not know who he is. That's what I mean. I don't mean that. I don't think he's not scared for his life as a black man because I don't know what he's.
No,
been
we
through in his
all
life.
scared.
But I'm saying to the degree of
vulnerability to the world.
is way different than your average Joe Blow.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not.
To me, it made us as black men look weak.
yeah.
Oh, got you.
He's like on a platform.
He got that.
Yeah,
he got the biggest
like somebody could look at him and go, "Oh, that's LeBron."
Yeah.
That's the way and that's why it's the most of this shit so multi-layered. It's ridiculous. But
It is.
the
It
fact
is.
that we as a black community always have this argument about black leaders, that shit infuriates me. Excuse me. And it's not because we don't have black leaders. It's because of the world that we live in, who we own as our black leadership is always just very different and very controversial, for better lack of words. I feel like we tend to look towards celebrities or the people that speak on our behalf as these black leaders and not who's in our community. There's people in Atlanta I know for sure that are out working and doing their due diligence and fighting and going on marches. And it's not to say that I know, all the ins and outs about them as a person, but I know for what they're fighting for, I fuck with it. And then, and that could be in different states, but I know as a black community, we tend to get hooked up on, oh, well, how are they as a person? And it's not a bad thing, but I think a lot of times we get really caught up in that instead of what they're actually doing and what they're actually fighting, which kind of go hand in hand. But for the most part, I feel like we kind of get caught up in that, and we don't really look at our black leaders as leaders. And it's difficult because I hate when people say, oh, ain't nobody out here doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I see these people. Like, they go to jail. they out here. They really out here doing this shit. It may not be to the extent that you think it should be, but if that's the case, are you out there fighting for what you think it should be?
Hey, no, go ahead.
Did everybody see the Jacob Blake video?
I saw the I don't know how long the video. I only saw
I couldn't watch it.
Coming around the car, and I saw it by accident.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Why we keep looking at them shits, bro?
Another thing.
I saw it by accident, and I was like, I can't. Like, I was trying to avoid it.
But that's another thing about media. Like, they allow so much shit on Instagram.
They fucked up. Like,
yeah.
In terms of like, I'm treating everybody different, bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And you just mad, bro.
The race police, I'm looking at people crazy. Like, it's fucking up my mental. Like, I'm walking around with this negative cloud, this negative energy because of shit like this. Like,
so going back to conspiracy theories, they talk about the way these algorithms allow black death, black murders to be viewed on Instagram. That's not okay. The moment you show...
You can block a naked bitch.
I was about to say, no, you can block a naked bitch on Instagram, but a nigga gets shot, stumped out, dead in his face, I can't look at. I mean, not that I want to watch either or, but
you know how crazy that is.
But that's not.
Y'all own it.
I'm telling y'all, it's layers to this shit. I love a good conspiracy theory. No, Lord knows I do. But that shit is insane. I could look at some white bitch titties, but I can't. This nigga dying, I gotta watch this. I don't want to watch this white bitch titties.
I can tell that girl got a Brazilian in that body.
Listen, I know she got her body done. I'm looking at her ass shots. Yeah. I'm looking at the implants right now, my nigga. I can see it.
That's what I was saying, Cheyenne, about, like, it starts with us, like, the cleaning house thing. A lot of when I see shit like this, when I seen the George Floyd thing, when I seen the Jacob Blake, it was reposted by a black person. You feel me? We have to stop promoting that shit.
I just had a revelation.
I've never seen, me personally, I don't know if y'all have, but I've never seen, and they always say that the numbers of police brutality with white people is more, but I've never personally seen a white police brutality video.
Can I tell y'all the revolution I just had? Like, just for 2 seconds. Let the Lord come through. Yes, man. No, I'm kidding. But no, I just had this thought that.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Hey, he is. Hey, all the time. So, for years, since we're just gonna start with slavery. We're gonna start with the bullshit. We're gonna start with slavery. We've been conditioned to look at trauma. And look at it as a strengthening mechanism. And go, nah, they can deal with that, I can deal with it. They lost their child, their family, I can deal with it. They got their ass beat, I can deal with it. So over the years, we've just been used to just dealing with shit. Mm-hmm. So now we here.
Bro, you gotta, man.
Hey, hold on. I'm interrupting the conversation like a motherfucker. They say this nigga's handcuffed to his bed, bro.
He just got released. He was
handcuffed to his house
because he had a fucking warrant that they didn't know about until they arrested him. Come on, somebody. You're not gonna tell me this shit is okay. I don't give a fuck what he did.
Bro,
you didn't know that until after you arrested him.
Go ahead.
This remember, okay, like you just piggybacking off what you said, like slavery. Remember when if they hang somebody, they're gonna make all of us watch.
Exactly.
To instill fear.
Exactly.
Right? So I wasn't here for the beginning part. Are you saying that with the algorithms, like they put in all the
what I'm saying,
videos so that when you watch it, you'll be like, okay, I'm definitely gonna stand still and not say nothing.
so what I'm saying
You know
is,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like,
Is that to instill fear for you? You don't rebel too?
Nah, it's a whole opposite for me. Like I be on some like angry, like go get her shit. Like bitch, hello.
But the intent.
When they
So
make us watch each other get hanged or hung, it was to instill fear.
That's
I'm not.
That's why I got a problem with LeBron.
Right.
You feel me?
I'm not.
So
I'm not more so afraid. I'm more so concerned.
I'm
about
saying that to
my
the
people. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not me, cause like I ain't going
but just
that shit.
but just other people in period.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say that we naturally, instinctively deal with trauma in a way that the same way they like to bring up slavery, we do too. We like to go, oh, well, like our ancestors went through X, Y, and Z, and it's like, oh, all right, cool. And then you look at what they went through, and you're like, well, this is like modern day slavery. So you learn to internalize that trauma, and you just kind of deal with it. And you don't really realize this is really mentally fucking you up. So every day of the week, you're living your life with all of this trauma, not just today's trauma, but just years of trauma. And you're here now. And you have to instinctively deal with that. And that's just not heard of.
We always make
But that's not heard of in any other culture. But where's that heard of? That's not heard of any other culture but black people. But black people. But black people. But black people.
So I'm listening to what Cheyenne's saying, and then I listen to what you just said, Black. You said that's our superpower, right? We turn nothing to something. And while I can agree with that wholeheartedly, we definitely turn nothing to something. The problem is we constantly got to turn nothing
into something.
Always.
Always.
But I think now,
always.
in 2020, even to go back to the Joe Budden conversation, we look at the hoes, we look at the Dame Dash. Niggas are owning their own shit. Once we get to the point where we own our own shit,
but at what cost?
These motherfuckers can't tell us nothing.
But at what cost?
I get
but
that.
The cost is patience. The cost is patience. That's the only cost. Niggas want to.
And to realize that you might not be here to see that.
That's exactly what I'm about to say.
Those are
facts.
Ooh, shit.
That's it
You
right
gotta
there.
sacrifice.
I would
You gotta
that
do sacrifice.
Bro, we've talked about this on this program several times. The minute that us as black people realize that we ain't gonna see it, is the minute that we start progressing. Because right now we live in a world where we want to see it. Go ahead. We live in a world where we want to see it, right? And I get that.
You
understand
have to
that
get to a
completely.
point that you're not going to see it.
You got to get to a point where this ain't for me. This is for my kids and my grandkids. Yeah, and guess what?
It's better.
It's better.
It's better.
I mean, now don't get me wrong. Some things are still the same. But if I have a conversation on one-on-one with my grandma, she going to tell me that she never could fathom that a black person would even have the opportunity to become a president. And I know that's a marker and we talk about it, but like her mindset was that, oh, we don't even got a shot at that, right? That was her marker. Now you look at also with her, she lived, my parents lived through segregation, bro. Like, it was a time where they legit had to go to school with them.
Yeah.
It wasn't no going to school. So things have progressed, right? But those were sacrifices that our grandparents had to make. Like, at one point in time, women couldn't vote. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just a real thing. Like,
and
y'all
I hate,
vote.
Let me tell y'all something. For you motherfuckers that think a man's supposed to pay for everything, I hate you motherfuckers. Because that shit is just so... No. That shit is so astronomical. And, like, let's just be clear. From women and men, period. Your mental set is living off a fantasy of a time you weren't even fucking here to know the struggle of what the fuck they went through to provide for an entire fucking family. You wouldn't even know what the fuck to do with yourself if you had to sit in the house all day as a woman and clean and cook and wash a nigga drawers day in and day out for 7 days of the week. So you're not finna tell me you want a nigga to pay for all of your fucking bills, and you want to still go out here and do you, but you want him. No, fuck that. You gotta. There's a difference in time frames and laps. The same way I don't expect the man to feel like he gotta pay for everything. There's a difference in time, and the moment y'all niggas click that shit in y'all head, y'all niggas will be at a better fucking perspective in life. That shit is so annoying.
Yeah.
How you gonna relate to your grandmother from the 50s when this bitch had 6 kids and you ain't got shit? What the fuck are we talking
She
about?
don't call her grandma's a bitch. Now.
Man, listen. Oh no, my grandmother, I fuck with her. That's my bitch.
She spit.
That's my bitch.
She spit.
That's my bitch.
That's that little
Hey, she throwing them. She
All I'm
throwing
saying
them
is-
bars.
Y'all gotta stop doing that. That tradition entitlement shit, that is not feasible. I'm not saying it's not feasible. The way that y'all looking at it, it don't even make sense. How y'all want to be independent and still depend on a nigga? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I'll say this as the married guy in the room, right? Like real talk.
Shut up. I know.
sensitive, bro. Drake.
When you're in a marriage, and the minute that you realize that y'all really in it together, it don't matter who up or who down.
You just
'Cause
move.
I can tell y'all, I'm only speaking for me.
Talk to
In my marriage, I can tell it's been times when I've been up, and there's been times when my wife been down. But at the same token, there's been times when she been up, and I've been down. You feel me? Like it's like this. But our mentality is,
You move.
There's
You move
us.
together. Exactly.
there's us. We move together, so we start programming that we gonna do this for the betterment of our family.
Right.
So when you start thinking like that, there's levels. All of that, she pay for this, he pay for that. Man, I'm from the mindset of like, look, as long as you want to work, cause we try to pull as much money as we can in this house.
Bitch, as long as we don't get put out. If we have
Yeah,
a conversation, we ain't get put out, I'm good.
Like,
but
let's
we
go
not
get
doing
it.
this, you gotta, like, nah. That
Let's go
shit's
get it.
corny and it don't make no fucking relevant
Oh,
sense.
we out here.
We gotta change that whole mindset.
We got to.
Like, the first time you didn't get your toes and nails done, it's an issue.
And you can't. But I was saying, like, we gotta kill all of that. Bro.
Again,
Like,
y'all dealing with corny people.
facts. Cause I mean, if we want to go there, like, shoot,
We
sometimes
that's
the
not
toes
even
and
a
nails ain't
priority at that point.
It ain't
If
no
that's an
priority.
issue in your relationship, we
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, y'all.
My nails and my toes.
What you saying?
Yeah, nah, I feel you on
Sir.
that. You preaching.
If it was an issue, you would have been like, hey,
Uh-huh.
let that be my let that be my lightweight. Let me take care of that.
yeah.
Do whatever you got to do for you, but let me take care of that because I want your toes and nails to look nice.
I'm gonna double back on that. Fellas, if you got a problem with anything about the lady you dealing with, you need to go out and
Hey,
handle it. If you
that's
don't
your
like how
expense.
if you don't like how her toes and fingers looking, go and get that
Hey.
pedicure and that
Get some
pedicure.
artwork.
Hey, her sewing fucked up. Fix it.
That's all I'm saying. Now,
We doing it. We buy clothes for a good man that's dusty.
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
we do it.
I can attest to that. That's facts.
We do all kinds of shit.
like I don't live.
Hey,
I'm
we
living
do all kinds
testimony.
of shit. But I'm just saying, like, let's just
But I'm
be
saying,
clear.
It's a process though.
I ain't
It
never been
is.
dusty.
I mean, you're not dusty, but you feel
Yeah,
You ain't really what I like you to be. I could build you up to par.
yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
I could build you up to par.
If you tired of that, man.
I mean, as a nigga, I could wear these every day.
Hey,
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah. T-shirt and basketball.
But if
shirt,
I'm out
that's
here
a
like,
dress code.
but if I'm out here like, hey babe, what's your jean size?
Oh, that love. That hold up.
Come on now, I know it's 3 of them.
It's,
I only got 1. I know it's 3 of them for you, so come on, show me your jean
I
size.
be
What-
like, I mean, shit, I'm going to. I'm going
all around.
I'm
Right,
going to the
right.
Levi outlet. What you
Listen,
want?
like,
Oh,
Jeans to the job.
hey, off the
a word?
strip. Like,
A
what?
word?
What size shirt you wear again? Oh, all right.
A word?
Like, come on, let her.
Ball, 8 ball.
Hey, this nigga stupid. Hey, I'm.
Straight ball,
Hey,
8 ball.
this all sounds good on wax though.
No. No, let's be.
Hey, reality. We gotta get to reality though.
No, let's be clear.
Hey,
No, let's be clear. I'm not here for like, I'm not gonna say building you up, but like,
No,
if I like some shit about you and I see like, or you I want to help you in that department. So like, I'm gonna ask you, like, not for nothing, like one of my exes.
Cheyenne with the staple?
One of my niggas, like, a long time ago, we dated and we were together.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's not one of my niggas. You relax. Relax. Anyway, one of my exes a very long time ago, he had never. Oh, this is.
Right. Yeah, she got to qualify.
Damn, now I got to think about numbers.
This.
It was at least 7 years ago. But anyway, long story short, his and I'm not big on holidays, but he had never celebrated Valentine's Day. And he had never gotten gifts just off the strength. And I was like, all right, cool. Valentine's Day, got a hotel, did a bubble bath. Like, a week later, got him, like, all his favorite shirts and, like, shoes and shit.
Hold on.
My thing is, like...
I got to reply to this. Go ahead and finish.
To the point of...
I'm going to reply to this real quick. Go ahead, Shay. Finish.
The same way that a woman does not know how to be loved, neither does a man. And you should take the time to hear your partner. So if your partner doesn't feel, or whatever the case may be, if you give a fuck for real, take the time to cultivate that. It may not work out in the long run, but they're always going to be for that moment of like, damn, this person gave a fuck to do that much for me, and I never experienced that. And sometimes you have to take hold of that and take it as like a building skill or building character to yourself. Even if it doesn't work out in the long run how you think it's gonna be, it served its purpose for the person is you today.
Can I?
Hold on, bro.
Please let me respond to her. Please let me respond to her.
We gotta back up public speaker, bro.
Please let me respond to her.
We gotta back up public speaker, bro.
No.
She come with bars tonight, bro.
She come with all bars, but I just gotta respond to this. That dude you was talking about 7 years ago never celebrated Valentine's Day. Cheyenne, he was running game on you.
No, he really wasn't.
Hey, you talking about?
So no.
Right, that was the first thought came about.
Cause I'll tell you the conversation we had before time.
Give me the conversation. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, we don't celebrate Valentine's. Like, that was our thing. Like, it was like,
that's cool.
We don't do that.
I'm just trying to, as a man.
So
as a man,
at that time, as my person, because he was like,
so ain't nobody ever told me happy birthday.
Go ahead.
You hurt.
Go ahead.
No, you hurt.
No,
you hurt.
No, Cheyenne, we love you as a sister.
That's fine too.
Three grown men, and we let you know that bro was on game.
That's fine too. But no, it was a thing that we never celebrated.
Y'all didn't have to celebrate Valentine's Day.
No, not even just like
he don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and he got some polo.
I mean, that's fine too.
I mean, I'm saying it's over with, but I'm just here. I'm here to acknowledge that.
Ain't nobody never told me that birthday.
Right. No, but I've never been the type to do that either. Like, after high school, I was like, well, this is stupid. So, and we were grown by then, so, but whatever. I'm whatever.
Sorry.
All I'm saying is, for that, it served its purpose. It served its purpose,
I know
and it
you
is
bought
what
some
it is.
flowers and balloons before, bro.
Of course.
That's like a rite of passage.
No, yeah.
As the men, though.
No, I'm not shitting on that.
Probably did it more.
No, go ahead.
How many times have y'all ever bought flowers for a woman?
Shit. Quite a few, bro.
And I don't even like flowers. That's what's crazy. I do too. I'd be like, God damn, I know I like hydrangeas.
That ain't my bad.
I like sunflowers now. Ooh, shit. No, I'm playing.
It failed. It didn't work for you.
I mean, it worked for that moment.
Let me put you on something real quick.
But no.
Let me put you on something, young buck.
Don't get bitches roses.
It was a curry shot.
It was a who?
A curry shot. It was a half-court shot.
Oh, you were shooting.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
50.
Oh, you were going.
Okay. From Detroit.
Yeah. Let me.
Hey, look, nah, but OG told me a long time ago. He said women would tell you they don't like flowers, but get them shits anyway.
Get them anyway.
Yeah.
But if y'all just want to add a little sazon, a little sauce to it,
Sazon.
what you do is get the fake flowers. But what you do is, instead of just handing the fake flowers, write notes on each individual flower. And each individual flower might be like a little moment in time y'all might have spent together. So it'd been like that time we went.
Yo, you going off the deep end. My man. Hey, yo.
What a bell at?
Hey, good need a For Lovers Only podcast.
So it might have been like, boom, like that, this right here, this one time we was in
You
Chicago
start putting dates,
together.
September 11th.
Yeah, September.
Oh, that was
September,
terrible. That was
blah,
terrible.
blah, blah, 2006. Come on. Look.
Come on,
we
come on, somebody.
went to such and such.
Well,
Listen.
Small things are good. Like, now
No, I've
it
been
does two things.
made me clap my hands.
Make me wanna dance, stomp.
So what it do? So look, it do two things though, right? Number one, it brings back a memory, right? Because you looking at, they like, oh dang, I forgot about this.
Hey, he a psychologist, low key. Don't fool you.
But look, here's the second thing though.
Come on,
They don't die.
Ooh.
They
Hey,
don't
wait.
die.
I have a really good phrase for this.
They don't die.
So Willie Hen, his whole shit is 13 roses.
Shout out to Willie Hen.
That's the only reason why I'm saying, because the moment you said that,
that's
his
good.
whole premise is he got 13 roses. He gave him the rose, but one of them never dies. That's his love. Listen.
I'm trying to. I'm
Come
trying
on, somebody.
I wish you would pull me a black to the side off the air. Now you can't use that shit, bro.
Why you can't?
Unoriginal.
Why you can't?
Unoriginal, bro.
Hey, let him use you.
You threw me off with the fake flowers.
Yeah,
No,
I was
that's-
off at first.
no.
Then he brought me back
No,
around.
but that's what it is.
The
Yeah.
circle of life type
But
shit.
you know
Like,
what? I took
You
that.
stupid circle of life type.
That's what I'm saying. Use my ideas to enhance them because you can do stuff better.
I see what you're doing.
I tell you the best.
Y'all see him?
see, I was on some drunk shit, but I feel you.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you real quick because
The
I'm
eye
in my
contact
feels
was
right now.
so
The best.
Don't look at him.
Oh, we lit. That's
Don't
you.
look at him.
Okay, with third cup.
The third cup that did it.
Facts. I wasn't
I'm
prepared.
gonna tell you. Look.
I was cool.
Everybody double. Everybody double.
First of all, I was cool with like my 1 cup night, and then she was like, I was like, shit, fuck it.
I'm gonna try to get out. Women viewership up real quick one time. Check. So
Do it.
I don't do enough
This is
because
the best-
I'm
this-
so niggerly.
this is the best gift that I ever got my wife, in my opinion. So when we got married,
Talk about it off here, bro.
no. This ain't cool.
I might try to copy it, bro. He giving too
But-
much
but-
jail,
thi-
bro. He giving
My
way
nigga-
too much jail.
My nigga's still in
Way
jail.
too much jail,
My hand,
bro.
no jewelry on my hand. I need that jewelry.
Yeah, bro.
Alright.
Way too many jail.
I give y'all the side jury later.
I
I
need
get
that
side
side. I
jewelry.
got no jewelry on my hands.
Thank you,
I
bro.
give y'all
As
the
a
side
man,
jury.
I appreciate you.
But I'll say, look, I'll say this though. The best thing that you can do for anybody, any relationship, real talk, the best thing you can do is just try to remember.
Yeah, that's tough for
All
me.
your gifts are for
You on me or
remembering.
you?
Huh?
You on me or you?
Nah, you could.
Oh,
All your
I was trying to
gifts.
get cute real quick.
Wait. Talk about your shit.
I had my ugly
All right,
laugh
go ahead,
on.
go ahead.
I know I had my ugly
gotta get
laugh
it-
on.
Wait, go
Nigga
ahead.
had it-
Go ahead and get cute. Get cute. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that's it
You
right there,
better.
The best advice I can give anybody though, right? Male or female, man or woman, is just memory. So remember. That's the best thing. So if you can remember like small details, you just gotta remember small. It don't have to be that big. It can be like the smallest thing. Like my anniversary gift is gonna hit.
Ooh.
It's gonna hit.
Hey, you
Well,
see the cut? No, hold on, bro. You
No,
see
you-
the confidence
you
in that
see this
motherfucker?
shit?
It's gonna hit.
What year is this?
Year 8.
baby,
hold on,
baby
hold
number
on.
3?
Hold on.
No,
First
no,
of all,
no.
my nigga legs
Hey.
crossed.
Hey,
Bro, he
Rub
got
the beard.
bam.
That shit gonna
But this
hit.
ain't even a bench, so I can't even imagine what 10 gonna be.
oh no, 10 something else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
10.
it's already in the works.
Come on.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? But 8. But this is. I don't want to give it away because she don't be listening to this anyway. But
She gonna live this the one.
this is the one you're gonna be like. No. I'm not gonna say what it is. But it's something off of. It's something off of like memory, right? So it's something like when we were dating earlier. Yeah, well, not even just remember that time, but it's just something off of correlating with some of her favorites, and so I'm kind of tying it in. But yeah, you know, we gonna, you know,
Oh, sorry.
Cheyenne feel she getting up.
Me and her was just
No, we was I was saying we was having romance.
Oh, that shit. Hell
Meanwhile,
no.
I'm taking notes.
I would like to say, I'm glad Brother Steve done got back to himself.
Man, fam, I couldn't.
Early,
Thank
bro.
you, Crown Royal, for this. You know, we gonna give y'all a shout out today.
Hey yo, I could.
Bartender, thank
Hey,
you.
Bro,
cause
was I really an asshole?
hey yo, the negative.
Just woke up, bro. That's
That was the one you had just
Damn,
woke up. You
bro,
was just a little
damn,
grumpy.
bro,
You was a little
like,
grumpy
shit,
on the
I'm
wake
angry
up.
when I wake up, bro.
Yeah, you was a little grumpy on the wake
I'm a
up.
little stiff when I wake up, bro. You gotta give me time to good came back.
Pause, bro. Don't tell me you still, bro.
Oh.
Don't tell me you stiff.
Good came back there and tapped me like, bro.
Oh, he tapped you and you stiff. Oh.
Bitch, I ain't gay, bro. I was really, fuck all that New York shit. Fuck all that.
Wait, what Warren Kelly said? I don't see nothing wrong. I'm kidding. Ooh. When I let him.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Ain't that wrong with being a little gay?
No, nigga, you ain't gay. You jail gay. No,
Hey.
nigga, you gay.
Real quick, are any of y'all watching P Valley?
I have not watched it yet, and I keep wanting to.
Oh, please look at that.
It's hard.
I don't know where they shot this in Atlanta, but it's
They supposed to be like Mississippi, Memphis.
yeah, it's like down in the Delta.
You would know. Come on, Precious.
10 minutes, the accents, I couldn't.
You know what? That's
once you
ooh.
get past that,
I'm from Mississippi.
and that ain't that. I saw that. I was like, "What they from?"
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I fucking love you, yo.
Mississippi. And she like, what y'all talking about? No, Mississippi. But look, once you get past that, because the accents is on some like
They trying
y'all
to be
from
Southern?
like they from like a small town in Mississippi.
What the town called, bro?
Meridian.
Chickawawa. It's something they made up. It's not even they made up. But when I tell y'all though, this is
It's good.
I'm only three.
Storyline is hit.
I'm only
Y'all should have made it up.
yeah.
I have to check it out.
What is on?
Cause I thought
It's on
Willie
Starz.
Coochie Georgia was made up until I realized it was real.
I'm only on three episodes.
Willie Coochie Georgia, real.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
I
I'm
see
3
you, I
episodes
see you, I
in.
see you, huh?
You like it? I'm watch it.
Like I put it like this, right? It's strip club culture in a small town.
But with LGBT.
I don't know why, for some reason, I get. What's the one spot? The old shit?
Huh?
The old strip club with the old strippers.
No, it ain't that bad.
Oh,
It's more so
I know
like
what you're talking
no, he talking about
Piedmont.
he talking about Claremont
no,
Lounge.
yeah, Claremont.
It ain't
Damn,
Claremont.
I said Piedmont.
No. It's more so like
Claremont. Claremont.
What's the old strip club?
Claremont. Backstage?
No. What's the strip club used to be on Cleveland? What's the strip club?
Strokers.
No, on Cleveland, like back in the day, like old.
Well, I ain't as old as you, bro.
Oh, my chest.
No, Struggle's all on Struggle's on the east side.
Yeah,
But I'm
Struggle's
talking
on the
about-
east side.
Is it Pleasers?
But that's off Ponce.
It's like
Pleasers?
old. It's like
The little pink shit now right there by
yeah,
Popeye.
by the Popeyes. Yeah. It's like it's one of it's
On
them
Cleveland?
types of vibes. It's
yeah, right
like
across the street from the Walmart by the
yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I
Yeah.
do. I can't think of the name right
I
now.
think-
Oh, it is called Pleasers.
It either Pleasers
Or Pleasures. It's Pleasers or
one of them.
Pleasures. Damn.
OG.
That was an old strip club?
Yeah. it's-
You know how long I've lived over there? And I didn't know that
No,
was
that-
like
I mean,
an
that-
old
that's
strip
like-
club.
Cleveland?
That's like
No.
they're like
I
01,
live over
02,
there. I don't
03.
Hey, yo, my nigga, relax. I don't even like how you.
But what I'm
just
saying
approached
is, it's like it's old vibes like that.
me. I
So
mean, I don't like how you
imagine.
just approached me in the front of the pod, but we here
Oh,
now.
y'all
So
have
what's
y'all
up?
side. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
You ain't won shit. I don't know why you looking at me like that, bro.
Hey, yo,
I
my
let you
nigga.
live.
Like, I mean,
You know,
like,
you gotta act like you showed mercy. That's how you win a conversation, like you showed mercy.
but I did though.
What y'all talking about? 'Cause
I don't
I'm
even
viewing,
know.
I wanna know.
We ain't talking about shit.
Cause my nigga was tight earlier. Cause he asked what I do this weekend. I went out and hung out with some friends, and he was upset. But he went on a whole like this nigga went on 5 fucking adventures to like Florida, and I'm just sitting here cooling. Oh, okay. Now we here. Now let's go ahead and pod.
It's
We can continue to pod. You ain't gotta say
So,
much.
I was talking about this spot would be the magic city of this small town.
Okay.
But Yeah, but they got a lot of stuff going on. Like the owner, his name Uncle Clifford, but he a cross dresser. Yeah, but it's like it's legit. Like it's craziness.
What is on?
It's on Stars, but if you need the, I seen the link. If you need like the
I got all the on demands, bro.
Yeah, you need the whoop. I got you.
Oh,
I got
that's the best part.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I text you. Make sure I text you before we leave. I get the whoop.
I got everything except Playboy. I hate this shit.
But it's good though. Yeah, Playboy like soft.
No, I'm saying I got all the network.
No, I mean I don't want to know. Like
Playboy is like one of them things. As a kid, you thought it was cool, but then you realize like
you got grown. You don't see no goddamn action.
Wait, time out. You ever think about how I know I just whoa, relax. I was putting my purse
but
away.
we was trying to make sure.
We live, baby.
I did see a little titty, but it was fast.
Hey, ratings is going up. The ratings are going up. You hear me?
Wait.
You going out on dates with niggas and you showing
Call
titties.
back to the video.
Hey, look, I'm done, bro. Don't give me no more compliments, bro. Don't give me no more compliment, bro. I'm just Lego Steve, bro. I ain't got no majestic or none of that shit, bro. Like, you violate, bro. I don't like that shit, bro. Like, you ruined something special.
Boy, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, it's your area on the I'm not fucking around, bro. I'm not fucking around.
Oh, he's
bro.
dead
Hey,
ass.
do you want me? What's you got the times? Because like on the video, I might have to put a little.
Give me his compliment. You can introduce me then.
Introduce that nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm mad. I'm done.
Oh man, what time? Where we at? We at that spot? Oh wow, we up there talking.
We've
about
been
Joe,
rolling, bro.
We talking about Joe Budden.
This is what you call conversation.
Yeah.
Hefty conversation. My nigga said barbershop. Hefty conversation. That's all this is.
Conversation.
Yeah. Fuck Jesse Jackson.
My nigga tight.
Fuck Jesse Jackson.
Oh boy, so that to take the food.
I can't breathe.
She do nothing but sit her black ass down.
Boy, y'all stupid.
I'm hungry though. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Bro, where?
Bro. Oh, where Kid Ink at?
Who kidding?
Right.
Kid Ink.
Name his song.
Bro.
Name one of his songs.
Oh, I mean,
Exactly, bro.
Kid Ink.
Isn't there somebody
He
named
had a
Kid
run
Who?
from about what
What
2013.
run?
Yeah, he
What run?
like a tiger. He definitely like
What
tiger.
run?
No, he had a run like 2000.
Name me a song, bro. You can name me a.
I was in, like, motherfuckers respected what he had.
Y'all can name me a Tiger song. Name
Hold on,
me a
you
Kid Ink
want-
song right now. No, put your phone down.
I mean, you
put
said
your
name.
phone down, bro. I see you right now. Put your phone down, bro. Put your phone down, bro. Put your phone down.
No,
I
I
see
think.
what the fuck going on right now. Put your
no.
phone down. Look, you still.
And look, what's crazy?
You
What,
still
hey,
creeping.
what's crazy? My
He
dog.
still creeping out
My
the
dog.
side.
Look.
He got his leg up. He creeping.
Hey, my dog actually produced a song to him. I cannot think of the name of the song.
You
to save
can't,
my life.
bro. Fuck all that. Bro. Name me a song. Huh?
You would know when you hear it.
Yeah,
Me? I guarantee I would.
you would.
Listen, he probably been one of them
He
DJ
definitely-
drummer mixtapes.
Like he
you know what I'm saying? Like a
definitely
feature
definitely like a tiger though. Like honestly,
song. He not though. Tiger got hits.
he do too. That's the thing though. He do.
Name me a song, bro.
Cup of tea.
Bro, I fuck all that. Fuck all that. Name me a melody. Yeah, cause I ain't going for none of that shit. And you cheating. Like this shit get out of hand.
You know, I got titles, so it show your top tracks.
But
Million.
Shit getting out of hand, bro. All this cap shit. All this cap shit. Deep fried cap. That's what this is. That's what this is, bro. That's sauteed cap.
with garlic and onions.
Steamed cap.
With garlic and onions.
Steam cap.
Yeah, bro. Y'all can't name me nothing no songs talking about this nigga got hit.
Promise, remember Promise?
No. Exactly. No.
Promise.
So we keeping that bro where?
I'm at right. Cause you was batting 1,000 for like the last month.
Because
No.
he didn't have a name though. You knew Kid Ink name.
Bro,
You definitely knew his name. Did you know? Yeah.
So when last time you heard from him?
I ain't heard a song.
I'm staying with my bro. Where, bro. I think that was pretty
I
official.
think the last time,
You with me?
I'm the center.
You with me? Yeah, yeah.
The last time I heard the bro name, he was at James Harden's celebrity game. Why he was out there, I have no idea. I was looking up niggas who rap, who can hoop.
Oh, he can hoop?
He got one of them PE jumpers. Bet for the money jumpers. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he ain't.
Show Me featuring Chris Brown.
I saw that, but I don't know where that go.
Melody, right now. Look, nigga trying to throw Chris Brown out
Promise
there.
featuring
He's
Fetty
trying to
Wap.
throw Chris Brown out
Hotel featuring Chris Brown.
there. Melody.
Money and the Power. Up with ASAP Ferg and French Montana.
Melody.
I'm just saying. He got the bop.
He been working though.
He been
working though.
I'm just saying.
Nah, bro, he trying to throw Chris Brown. He thought that was the ace in the back pocket. Like, nah.
We ain't gonna play it because we don't want to get the what you call it. I'll play it to you off camera though. Real talk. I'll play it off camera.
What's the melody?
Bro, I'll play it for you off camera.
Cause you need a reminder. The fuck? I remember my word of the
That's
week,
why the
bro.
bro where's legit though.
Huh?
Thank
That's why the
you.
bro where's legit.
Bro, where
I'm playing center today. I'm blocking.
You are, bro. You are, bro. You're pulling. Bro.
winning
You
today,
the
though.
smallest pulling guard I ever seen in my life, bro.
Don't do that.
He the smallest O lineman I seen in my life, bro. He over there blocking. Yeah, you blocking from my this line.
Don't do that.
I do it out there, please. Fuck.
Don't do that.
All
That's
right.
the whole point of his beret.
You had a different accent.
She did it, bro. She hit you with the blonde shit. She hit you with the blonde shit, bro. She hit you with the white girl, the white chick shit.
That was the whole part of his
yeah.
bro hair.
That's the whole point of his beret.
I know I don't got loud because the nigga was just absolutely wrong with this kid, ain't bro. I ain't like that, bro.
I disagree, but that's cool. Go ahead.
You can't even name it. Alright. He is confident.
Always been confident like that. Yeah, that's it. It's there. Like, watch everybody listen to the pocket. They gonna be going like, damn, boy, you right. Boy, that kid ain't. Hey, heard the kid.
Listen.
Hey, heard. Matter of fact,
Niggas be giving me reviews on your Breweries, bro.
hey,
Niggas be giving me reviews on your Breweries.
Tell your dog to give you a review on the Kid Ink. Tell him none
We
biased
gonna
though.
talk bar. I know
None
you gonna hit the
biased.
bar. He say,
Now, if I see some Kid Ink shit,
I know
Oh, you know
I know some. I know some. Hey, look, my nigga hit me with real.
My nigga the insider.
it's a blocker.
My nigga got, hey yo, my nigga got a contract we don't know about.
Oh, I swear I don't.
Listen,
Hey,
he gonna hit me tomorrow, bro. Kid Ink, bro.
He gonna hit you.
I know how this go, bro. I know
No,
how this
then he
go.
gonna hit you tomorrow and be like, bro, you don't know about Kid Ink? He gonna roll off songs on you. He gonna roll off songs on you.
I keep receipts.
He
He
shooting
gonna
a video
roll
in your
off songs. He gonna be
neighborhood.
like, bro, you
Word
tripping
of the
about?
week, bro.
He gonna be like, you tripping on the Kid Ink?
I
You don't know the Kid Ink?
shit, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Longanimity.
Spell that
Ooh, I'm
immediately.
fucking with that. I caught the drift.
Long. Long.
Anonymity.
Yeah,
Like
wrong.
long dick.
Oh, you said long. Okay.
Yeah, like long dick.
Long.
Long.
Long. Yeah, you know.
Animity.
This dick.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Oh,
at
did
what
you
it
say
means?
LONGANIMITY?
Oh, say it again. I missed all.
LONG.
Along-
Apple don't even recognize it.
Along imagery.
LON. Let me make sure I spell it right.
LON.
LONG. Long. ANIMITY.
They don't recognize the word. It's all good. I believe you though. I trust you.
I've been anonymous for a long time.
That's why I get that amenity.
Same.
Yeah, that's why.
Same.
Long.
Wrong.
Long. How you pronounce it?
Long. ANIMITY. Longanimity.
The process.
Anonymity. I said that shit wrong too. Longanimity.
The process. The process of.
You remember?
Is that the beginning of the definition?
Shit, no.
Okay, I'm finished.
What you got? I love you for life. I love you for a long time.
I feel like it's some.
An infinity for you.
It's a long, pleasurable sensibility.
Yeah.
You a freak.
Yeah.
Fucking Aphrodite right here, bro.
Like a long word.
And she stuck the tongue out. You got a long tongue too.
I like where you think, queen.
I think it's
what that nigga Bart used to say? Hey.
I think it's a long, sensory, pleasurable feeling of something that's not on this same pleasure field. Out of this world. Something that's out of this world.
Taking a super alcohol.
Wrong.
Oh.
A disposition to bear injuries patiently.
So when I say it again slow.
That's a lawyer word? That's legalese?
A disposition
That's a lawyer word.
to bear injuries patiently.
That's a personal injury word.
So if I got
Kind of what you said.
I picked this word because I'm a butt chat with Bozeman.
Ooh. Come on, man. You plucking on my heartstrings.
So we got, oh, okay.
No, you
I
bringing
know,
it
because
back
I've been
in.
seeing your posts. You've been going in.
Yo,
been
yeah,
going in.
you? Hey, listen.
Hey, hold on. This example made me think about you, though, bro. The fans continue to show their longanimity by coming back year after year to cheer for their perpetually losing team, Cincinnati Bengals.
Yikes.
Yo, he just
That's
shit.
you to a T, bro.
He shitting on you,
That's you
fam.
to a T, bro.
Hey, can you send me that definition?
Yeah, I like that definition.
Yeah.
All right, so can we hop off that and hop while you were relaying that to Chapman? Yeah,
Anonymity.
the long anemone.
Nah, proceed, though.
No, but what were you saying about Chadwick Boseman? Yeah.
Oh, because, you know what I'm saying, he was dealing with shit for a long time. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and they ain't even let nobody know. Like, you dig what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like,
Hey, you a smart guy.
Factual.
I just look like this, bro.
And you know, I really like how the light skin.
And thank you.
We're gonna bring it back, bro.
I like how the dark skin, light skin beef kind of like came into conclusion right now. Like it was all love. It was a little misunderstanding, but
And we all black.
hey, come on, man.
We all
Black.
black.
Hey, can we all throw up our fists? I wish somebody was here to capture this image. Is why we need photographers. I know, but we gotta do this and Wakanda.
We all black.
Yeah, we throwing up our fists. No, we
We
throwing up
going
our
here?
fists first. We going here first, and then
Then we go.
and then we gonna do the Wakanda forever. Yeah, see, it's
All
all
that.
love. Shout, much love and all of the condolences in the world to Chadwick Boseman and his
100%.
family.
I don't want to cut you off. Let me get my book out.
Oh,
I don't want to cut you off, but
She about to get rolling. She about to get the roll.
She was about to give it that rundown.
My book of the week is let me see. It's The Business of Television. So it's kind of like it's by Ken Bazin. So I've been reading this for probably like 2 years now. I haven't read it fully. It's kind of like a
pick up, pick
TV
down.
Bible. It's like a TV. It's a
Oh, it's
Like the Art of
all
Seduction?
you need to know about
Is
it-
business. Yeah, I got you.
Is it like the Art of
Don't
Seduction? You
pass
pick it
me,
up,
I
pick it
got
down.
you.
You never read the Art of Seduction?
I watch it on YouTube. I listen to it on YouTube.
That's different. All right,
But
continue.
yeah, I just really, it tell you like different things to look out for, like when you create content for television. It's a good read. It's a good read. I find myself going to an office.
For sure.
what's different? You said that's different. What's different?
Oh, with the Art of Seduction. So it kind of goes into like your love language and the way that you relate to others and the way that people receive you, and that's
She
what
was
I'm.
saying it's different that I listen to it, right?
That too, but
Oh, to listen to books?
yeah.
Audiobooks, you don't like audiobooks?
No, I love audiobooks.
You said on YouTube.
It's probably that particular book I'm assuming.
Yeah.
that she's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
What that? It's a picture book? They got,
No, it's just like it's so like with YouTube it has like ads or a stop and so yeah. It's
I
a
listen
couple.
to Prodigy and Jay Prince book on YouTube though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That man, that boy
Prodigy
sound
too though.
scary.
Yeah.
Jay Prince now, right? I know that John sounded scary. He sound like a killer.
He sound like a killer.
Slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He talk
So-
That's how you know he for real. That's how you know he would kill a nigga.
My mom. She.
When a nigga talk about their mom and the other nigga they don't give a fuck
said
about in the
my
same
mom,
sentence,
She
it's
had
over with.
like 3 jobs, and she did everything to provide for us. Like he talked just like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole book though.
Yeah, that
He's
Yeah,
never
see?
like,
That's how you know.
bro. What an exclamation point in your goddamn story.
That,
is.
and he don't have no
My
character. His
mom.
voice, the nigga him the whole time.
my mom.
Right.
That's it.
What you got for us, Queen?
All right, so I have a really good send off. I wasn't able to make it yesterday, but I want to give so much love to Eddie because Eddie has carried me through a lot in my quote unquote career, and he's a very talented individual. He's so young and so smart and so eager and ambitious, and I want to give him the best send off in the world of all the patience and intelligence and love and just spunk and willpower and strength in the world. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie is moving to California. This is going to be his first venture by himself, and he's a very talented artist. If y'all haven't heard of him, he is incredibly talented. The nigga can write, and I mean nigga with like all the love and soul in the world in my heart. He can write, he can sing, and he's just a very talented individual, and he's so young and he has a spunk of fucking, I don't know what spunk you got of an animal, but he's a really, yeah, he's super talented, and he has all the energy of the world. So I want to give a shout out to him.
His artist name Eddie.
Yes, I'll send it to you. So he has his, he has his whole fan base, but his Instagram is officially Eddie, and I'll put that in the, we'll put that link in the bio. But he's incredibly talented, super really good kid. He's not a kid, he's a grown-ass man, but he's really cool, man. I met him 4 years ago, and he has just blown my mind ever since with all of his talent. He has the wit of a soldier. He has the light of just a being you could not even explain of this world. And he's just a great individual and a great human. I just hope that when he moves, he continues to prosper in his light and in his talent. And he's just a really good kid that has an incredible ability to write and to relay his feelings to other people. So, Eddie, I want to give a shout out to you. I love you. I wish the best of luck. I hope that you continue to follow your light and your path. It's not enough words I can explain how talented you are, but I hope that you continue to follow that light and that you just continue to be you and fuck the people that don't accept you, and you persevere on to be the best artist and creative and person that you are. So shout out to Eddie. He's gonna be moving to California soon, and he's my shout out of the week, man. I love that little kid. He's so fucking talented. It's really crazy when you can see someone be so talented and hone in on their talent and just go with it, and that's all he does. So shout out to Eddie.
Word.
Shout out to you, Eddie. I'm about to send to you. So his Instagram is
Eddie.
officially Eddie.
EDI.
Yeah, officially
I know
Eddie
what you're
EDI.
talking about.
And funny thing is, I met him at the department store, and the department store has been closed for years now. I met him at the department store. He was playing keys one day, and I was like, this nigga's talented. And from them, I
met
kept him on.
through, AE. I think he played keys for AE.
Yeah, so him and AE were DJing that same night. Yeah,
played for
and
AE.
yep, and yeah, so shout out to Eddie, and that's all I got.
For sure.
So without further ado, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the No Buffer Podcast, the Culture Ratchet Podcast. To say what we want, when we want, no buffer, Just Facts, last name Good, Lingo Steve, producer Black. Shout out to Color Me Precious, aka Precious, as our live studio and audience and bartender of this episode, and myself, Cheyenne Next. So every Monday, LiveHipHopDaily.tv. I was struggling for a second, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Get y'all some merch. Shout out to the shout of the week, book of the week, word of the week. Make sure I check all that shit out because we here for a reason. Culture ratchet purposes are always being the prophet. So, hey, we gonna have to change our slogan to the prophetic podcast. Listen, say what we want when we want. No buffer, just facts. So I love y'all. Thank y'all. And shit, that's all I got for today.
You got along with it. That's what you got.
I'm done.